Hello everyone, welcome to Engg Academy's YouTube channel. My name is Arjun Chabra. I'm a faculty of civil engineering at Engg Academy, an ACE online platform. Now I'll start this video by stating one point. We all know this, that Engg Academy has been at the forefront in helping students who are preparing for GATE, Engineering Services Examination, and various other state level exams for the last 30 years. And teachers over here at Engg Academy make sure that the learning experience of the students is top notch. In this particular video, you will see the video solutions of GATE examination, pre-GATE examination, which we conducted on 19th of January, so that all the students can make sure that their mistakes are sorted out, and not only the written solutions are given to you, but video solutions are also provided to you. And one more thing, this video, I want to make sure that it is also a motivation for the students who have not given this exam on 19th of January. Because seeing the enormous response on 19th of January, we have decided that we will be conducting one more pre-GATE examination on 26th of January for free of cost for all the students all over India. But keep this in mind that last date of registration will be 24th of January 2025. I know the number of days are less. You still got time. Please do register. If you were a student who had given the exam on 19th of January, still you can give one more exam. You can rectify your mistakes. You can improve on your rank which you got in the exam. And the students who have not registered, you are welcome. Please do register for this exam. You will get a real-time experience of your rank as well as your preparation, how it has been going on. You can rectify your mistakes even after this exam will be over, right? So you will be having time up until your main GATE examination. See, this exam will be conducted in 2 shifts. In the forenoon session, we'll be conducting the exam for civil engineering, mechanical engineering, instrumentation, and data science and artificial intelligence students. And in the afternoon session, we'll be conducting the exam for EC, electrical engineering, production engineering, and CSIT students. What you can do is, you can click a screenshot of the video right now. Please scan this QR code. You will be directed towards our official page and you can register over there. So thank you for tapping onto this video. Please look out for the solutions. It will help you to understand how we all faculties have taught the students over the years, and also you will also get a picture of the level what you want to reach by solving out your mistakes. One more thing, what we have done is that all the videos which you will see, they are subject wise. In this only, what we have done is we have clubbed all the faculties' videos together, solving the questions from their respective subjects. And the videos and the portion of the videos will be what? Subject wise. In your main exam, which was conducted on 19th of January, the questions were jumbled up. But what we have done is we have collaborated together, and all the videos are provided to you subject wise. So I hope you like it. Please like the video right now, and please do subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much. Now my team will be coming forward and helping you with the questions. Thank you.
Hello students, I welcome you on behalf of ACE Academy. This is the solutions for pre-GATE examination, civil engineering. We'll start with engineering mechanics first of all. One question is asked from the concept of vibration. The question says, a rigid bar ABC of mass m and length L is hinged at point A and has a point mass of mass capital M attached at C. An elastic spring with a linear stiffness K is attached at B as shown in the figure. Ignore the effect of gravity and damping. The natural frequency of small oscillation of the system is equal to how much? Okay. To find out the frequency of oscillation, what we are going to do is, we are going to disturb this system by a small angular tilt, let us say theta. So I am tilting this like this by an angle theta. Now the direction in which I have tilted, that will be my positive direction. So let us say clockwise direction over here is positive. If I do so, the only force that is restoring it is spring force. That spring force will be equal to kx. What is the value of x? X is basically this distance. The value of x over here is equal to L by 2 times theta. X is equal to L by 2 times theta. This is the value of x. So now I can write down, I'm going to the next slide. I'll write over here. Summation of moment about point A has to be equal to I about point A times alpha. The moment about point A is equal to how much? It is equal to, now you see, the restoring force is creating an anti-clockwise moment. So I should write minus kx into L by 2. Minus kx is the force into L by 2 must be equal to I about point A is equal to how much? I should take the moment of inertia of the rod and also the particle mass. Moment of inertia of rod about point A is small ml square by divide by 3, and for particle mass it is ml square. So small ml square divided by 3 plus capital ml square multiplied to alpha. I'll write alpha as theta double dot. X we know L by 2 into theta. So we can write minus k into L by 2 theta into L by 2 is L square by 4 into theta is equal to, I can write this as m plus 3 capital M whole divided by 3 times L square multiplied to theta double dot. This is what I'm having. L square and L square cancel off over here. I can cancel off L square and L square over here. Now I can write theta double dot is equal to how much? It is equal to minus of 3k divided by 4 times small m plus 3 capital M times theta. Now we know that for simple harmonic motion, theta double dot is equal to minus omega square times theta. From here, omega square is this portion. The value of omega is therefore supposed to be equal to root over of 3k upon 4 times small m plus 3 capital M. This is supposed to be the answer. I'm standing aside so you can look at the solution. If you want, you can pause the solution. Now the option which is correct is option D will be correct over here. The correct option over here will be option D. I hope this is clear to all of you. The answer over here is option D. Okay. This is actually a 2-mark question. It is a misprint over there. It's a 2-mark question. Moving further, let us take questions from the subject of fluid mechanics and hydraulic machinery. The question over here, these are all 2-mark questions now. The question over here is saying, please read this question. It's quite a lengthy question. The question is saying water flows at an average velocity of, let me highlight the data important, 10 meter per second through a horizontal tube of diameter 5 centimeter, friction factor of 0.02. Head loss is obtained by Darcy equation, which says major head loss is equal to how much? FLV square divided by 2GD. The fluid pressure P measured at various stations are reported in the table below. The length of the pipe between section, the length of the pipe is L, let us say L. Between section 0 to section 6 is 6 meter. So from here to here, The length is equal to how much? 6 meter. At each section, the corresponding pressure is mentioned over here. And all these pressures are in what units? Kilopascal. Okay, this much is given. Now look at the question. If acceleration due to gravity is 10 meter per second square, density is so and so, distance between the station 2 and 3 is how many meter? Correct up to 2 decimal places. Very good question. What is the distance between these two sections? Now you have to concentrate on these two sections. Now you see, let us say you are standing at section 2, you have measured the pressure to be this much. Your friend is standing at section 3, he has measured the pressure to be this much. Now we know that it is a horizontal pipe. If it is a horizontal pipe, the drop in pressure is going to give you head loss. So I can write over here, head loss from 2 to 3 is equal to pressure at 2 minus pressure at 3 divided by gamma, also equal to F into length from 2 to 3 V square divided by 2GD. Very simple thing. Now, you see, I can further go and cancel off G over here. I'll obtain rho. I know P2 minus P3, I know rho, I know F, I know V square, I know 2G. I can get L 2 to 3. Length from 2 to 3 is equal to how much? It is equal to 2D times P2 minus P3 whole divided by rho into F into V square. Rho into F into V square. Let us see now. P2 minus P3 is equal to 15 kilopascal. I'll write everything in SI units. So 2 times diameter kitna hai? Diameter is 5 centimeter, 0.05. 15 kilopascal is the pressure drop divided by density is equal to 10 power 3. F is equal to 0.02. V square, velocity is given as 10, so V square is equal to 100. These are the values. Let us avoid calculator as much as possible. 10 power 3, 10 power 3 cancel off. 0.02 into 100 will give you 2. 2 cancels with 2. My answer is 0.05 times 15. That should give me how much? It should be equal to, it should be equal to 0.5 of 1.5. It will be exactly equal to 0.75 meter. The answer is 0. Length from section 2 to section 3 is supposed to be equal to 0.75 meter. So the answer over here is 0.75 meter. This is supposed to be the answer. I hope this is clear to all of you. Let us move further. This is a question on boundary layer theory. The question is asking water flows around a thin flat plate. The length of the plate is 0.25 meter and the width is 2 meter with a free stream velocity of 1 meter per second as shown in the figure. Consider linear velocity profile given by u upon u infinity free stream equal to y by delta. Now for this velocity profile, I want you to recall some values. Delta star is equal to delta by 2. Momentum thickness is equal to delta by 6. Energy thickness for this is equal to delta by 4. I would recommend you to memorize these values, very helpful. For this velocity profile, the laminar boundary layer thickness delta is given by 3.5x upon root over of Rex. Density of water is 1000 kg per meter cube. Dynamic viscosity is 0.001 kg per meter second. Net drag force acting on the plate neglecting the end effects is equal to how much? Ab dekhiye, over here he has sent around a thin flat plate. Around a thin flat plate. So basically the flow is taking place on both ends. The flow is taking place on both ends over here, up as well as down. Okay? So the net drag force is supposed to be equal to 2 times drag force on each side. On each side. Now the formula for drag force, there are 3 formulas for drag force. I'll mention over here each of the formula. There are 3 formulas for drag force. What are 3 formulas? One formula is B integral tau naught dx. One formula is CD multiplied to area of plate LB multiplied to half rho U infinity square. One formula is momentum momentum flux reduction, that is equal to rho into area, that is B into theta multiplied to U infinity square. So now you can say this is equal to 2 into, I'll use the last one, rho into B multiplied to theta multiplied to U infinity square. Now why am I using the third one? Over here I can't use this thing because the value of mu is not given to me. Yeah, mu is given, but still going for this will become very lengthy for me. That way also you can go. This will be an easier way out. Okay. Now I can write this as 2 into rho over here. Rho is given as 1000. B is given as again 2. Theta is equal to delta by 6 multiplied to U infinity square. U infinity is given as how much? 1 meter per second. U infinity is 1 meter per second. Okay. Now I have to find out the value of delta. Delta is given to you as 3.5. I want delta at extreme length L into x, means x is 0.25 divided by root over of Rex, means rho U infinity into x divided by mu. Okay, this is what you are having. If you put this entire thing over here, what are you? 1 second, let me get the value of delta first of all. Delta value is coming out to be equal to 1.75 into 10 power minus 3 meter. Everything is in SI units. Okay. Once you put delta over there, you are going to get the value of drag force will come out to be equal to 1.167 Newton. This will be the value of drag force. 1.167 Newton. Okay. So drag force is equal to 1.167 Newton. Okay, he's asking in Newton, so that is correct answer over here. I hope this is clear to all of you. You can look at the solution over here. Probably one mistake you have done is you have not taken 2 times. The reason for taking 2 times is around a thin flat plate. If it just says over the thin flat plate, I'll have only one boundary layer. Around means on either side it is taking place. Flow is taking place on either side over here. Moving further, this is a question from fluid statics. The question is saying a stationary circular pipe of radius r equal to 0.5 meter is half filled with water. Density is 1000 kg per meter cube, whereas the upper half is filled with air at atmospheric pressure as shown in the figure. Acceleration due to gravity is g equal to 9.81 meter per second square. The magnitude of force per unit length in kilonewton per meter, rounded off to 1 decimal place, applied by water on the pipe section AB is equal to how much? So what is the force acting on this portion? He's asking A to B on this portion. How much he is asking. Now this, mind you, this is a pipe, that means the length we are taking over here is per unit width. That means 1 unit width we are taking over here. Okay. So I'll have to calculate horizontal force and I'll have to calculate vertical force. Let us see. The force horizontal has to be equal to how much? Force horizontal is equal to gamma into area into h bar of projected area. Now we want in kilonewton. So gamma I'm writing in kilonewton, that is equal to 9.81. This area h bar is for projected area. The area over here is, if I look at the side view, I'm going to see a height exactly equal to r. I'll see a height exactly equal to r. And h bar will be equal to r by 2. So I can write over here, area is equal to r into 1 and h bar is equal to how much? R by 2. R itself is equal to 0.5. So I can write 0.5 into 0.5 by 2. This will come out to be equal to how much? 9.81 divided by 8 kilonewton. This is the value of horizontal component of force. This is the value of horizontal component of force we are having. Now, if I want the vertical component of force, how do I proceed further? I can now say the vertical component of force is equal to weight equivalent thrust, that is gamma times volume, that is equal to gamma into cross section area multiplied to width. In this case, width is 1 unit. The cross section area over here is this cross section area, that is equal to quarter of a circle, that is equal to pi r square by 4. So gamma is equal to 9.81. Area over here is pi r square by 4. So if you calculate this thing, this comes out to be equal to 9.81 pi divided by 16 kilonewton. This is the value of FV. This is the value of FV we are having. Now, if you want to calculate the net force has to be equal to how much? Root over of FH square plus FV square. That is equal to 9.81 divided by 8. I'm taking common, root over of 1 square plus pi by 2 whole square. Because if I take 9.81 divided by 8 aside, pi by 2 will remain over here. So this value I'm having. If I calculate this value, I'm going to have you will get the value of net hydrostatic force per unit length equal to 2.2825, sorry, 2.2825 kilonewton per meter. This is the value we are getting. This is the value we are getting. So this is a solution to the question. I'm standing aside so you can take a snapshot of this thing. Okay. And with this, we complete the questions. If you have any doubts further, you can contact us. We'll be very happy to help you. Thank you and all the best.
Look at the question from geometric. A horizontal angle of 310 degrees 30 minutes in a prismatic compass will represented as dash in surveyor compass. Surveyor compass will get quadrantal bearing. In prismatic compass will get whole circle bearing. Whole circle bearing changes from 0 to 360. So surveyor compass will get quadrantal bearing. Now, if you look at this bearing of the line, horizontal angle is 310. 310 means that will be somewhere in the fourth quadrant like this, between north and west. This is 310. 30 minutes. So, this is our quadrantal bearing between north and west. So, from north towards west, this value I want. This value is our theta. So, what should be this theta? 360 minus 310. Okay. So, if you simplify, you will get the answer. So, 360 minus 310 means 50 degrees, less than 50 degrees, slightly less than 50 degrees. No need to simplify. So, it is between north and east, no, less than 50 degrees, north and west, yes. So, between north and west, the theta is, obviously it is 40 degrees, 30 minutes. This is our theta. By process of elimination, without the simplification, without calculation, you can pick up the answer. Like that, it is better to go ahead. So, if this is wrong, only C is correct, option D is also wrong, this is absolutely wrong. Look at this question. The total deflection angle for a simple circular curve at a point is 90 degrees. This is a simple circular curve, circular arc. The deflection angle here is 90 degrees, it is given for the total circle. A tangent AB is drawn which has a length of 150 meter between the two tangents, and this makes an angle of 45 degrees with the tangents. So, a line is drawn AB whose length is 150, so that it is touching the circular curve also, and it is making a deflection angle of 45 degrees. They are asking you what is the radius of the circular curve. Because of symmetry, as it is 45 degrees, this is also 45 degrees. AB length is 150 meter. So, AB length is 150 meter. Because of symmetry, AC is equal to 150 by 2, nothing but 75 meter. This is also 75 meter. Now, consider only this part of the curve, this portion of the curve. Radius is constant everywhere. So, this is R, this is also R. Only this portion you consider. So, this is the tangent length. Tangent length is 75 meter and deflection angle for this part is 45 degrees. So, tangent length AC is equal to, AC tangent length is R tan delta by 2. AC length, tangent length is equal to R tan delta by 2 for this particular portion. AC is 75 meter is equal to, radius is to be calculated, tan 45 by 2. If you simplify the radius of the curve, we can get it directly. Radius of the curve is 181.1. They are asking you the radius in meter, round off to 1 decimal place. We are rounding to 1 decimal place. 1 decimal place is after the point you require 1 digit. Okay, we will move to the next question. Look at this question. For a railway project, a tunnel is to be run between 2 points PQ whose coordinates are given. You need to run a tunnel between the point P and Q. The coordinates are given, the north coordinate, the east coordinate. It is designed to sink a shaft at S, which is the midpoint of PQ. We are taking, this is the tunnel, this is the point P, this is the point Q, there is a point S. S is the midpoint of the tunnel. Then the length of the line RS. R is another point, maybe some other point R here, and whose coordinates are known to us. The coordinates of R are given to us. North coordinate is latitude, departures are given. So, I want to find out the coordinates of the midpoint S. The coordinates of midpoint S will be north will be the midpoint of P and Q will be 0 plus 4020 by 2. So, coordinates of S I am putting here, that is 4020 by 2, nothing but 2010 here, and 0 plus 800 by 2 is 400 here. So, these are the coordinates of the point S, north coordinate, east coordinate. Point R, north coordinate and east coordinates are known. I want the length of the line PSR, RS length I want. If you want length of RS, it is based upon the, what do you say, length of the line. If coordinates are known, this minus this whole square, otherwise the 2120 minus 2010 whole square plus this minus this whole square, 1900 minus 400 whole square under root. It is all based on the coordinate geometry. You might have come across in 10th class. So, if you take it 5404.028, 541504. Zero two eight 1504.028. They are asking you 3 decimal places. After the point, we require 3 decimal places. They want more accuracy here. Okay. Look at this question from railway. On a 2-degree broad gauge layout, the average speed to be maintained is 80 kmph. For 80 kmph, the average super elevation is 75 mm, nothing but 0.075 meter. Okay. With a super elevation of 98 mm. This is our actual super elevation is 98. This is the equilibrium super elevation is 75. Equilibrium. For 80 kmph, equilibrium is 75. The given super elevation actually is 98 mm. Considering complete mobilization of excess cant, the slowest possible speed the track can take is, actually what is the cant excess? Super elevation excess. Uh, 98 is there provided, actual requirement is 75. 98 minus 75 will be 23 mm. You can take it in meter, 0.023 mm. Now, degree is given to us. I want radius of the curve. Radius of the curve is given by 1720 by degree. 1720 degree of the curve is 2. 1720 by 2 is 860 meter. Now they are asking you minimum possible speed g v square by 127 r, this is our minimum speed, will be our cant excess. The broad gauge 1.676 meter is the gauge. V minimum I need to calculate 127, radius we have calculated as 860 meter. Cant excess is 0.023 meter. With this V minimum you can calculate it as 38.71. kmph. They are asking you to round it off to 2 decimals. Okay, we have rounded to 2 decimals. Look at the question. Length of runway after elevation and temperature correction is 3500 meter. The effective gradient is 0.2%. What is the final length of runway after all corrections? So the sequence is first elevation correction, temperature correction, then come to gradient correction. So length after elevation and temperature correction is directly given. That's why there is no need to do elevation and temperature correction now. Directly you can go for gradient correction. Gradient correction says that for 1% effective gradient, increase the length by 20%. Increase length by 20%. Now for 0.2% effective gradient, increase length by 20 into 0.2 na 4%. Okay. 2 by 10, 0 gets cancelled, 4%. So what is the final length of runway after all corrections? The final length of runway after all correction %, you need to increase. 100% plus 4% extra with 3500. So how much it would be? 4% increase, 3640. Answer is Delhi option. Okay. Look at the question. While calculating peak hour factor based on 10-minute traffic data during peak hour, the following observations are taken. Traffic in 10-minute slots during peak hour are 120, 150, 80, 110, 125, 95 are given. The peak hour factor based on 10-minute values. So peak hour factor based on 10-minute time slots is equal to Q by Q10. 6 slots will be there, 6 10-minute slots will be there in 1 hour. 6 into 10 is 60 minutes, nothing but 1 hour. So Q is nothing but the sum of all the traffic values during the peak hour. First 10 minutes 120, next 10 minutes 150, next 80, next 110, 125 plus 95. The sum of all divided by highest of all will be 125. 6 into 125. This Q10 is highest of all the 10-minute slots. So if you look at all the slots, this is the highest that I am using here. So if you simplify, it will be 0.75. So the peak hour factor is 0.75. Answer is Bombay. Look at the question. During summer midday at edge region, the pavement encountered a wheel load stress of 1.2 megapascal, friction 0.2 megapascal, warping stress of 0.5 megapascal. The critical combination of stress during the above period, especially for summer midday at the edge region, critical stress will be warping stress, wheel load stress, warping stress minus frictional stress. Because during the summer, frictional stress is compressive. Compressive will take minus, tension will take positive. Warping and wheel load stresses are creating tension at edge region during midday. Friction gives you compression. That's why I am taking minus. So wheel load stress is 1.2 and warping stress is 0.5. Be careful. 0.5 sequence is important. Minus frictional stress is 0.2. So 1.2 minus 0.2 is 1. So finally it is 1.5. Round off to 1 decimal place. Yes, rounded to 1 decimal place. No need to round it. We got it same. Look at the question. The gradient on a highway is 5%. This is a gradient given to you. The highway encountered a horizontal curve of radius 500 meter. Radius is given to us. The grade compensation on the curved road with the gradient, we need to calculate this value. So grade compensation is 30 plus R by R or 75 by R, whichever is least. If you take R as 500, this is 30 plus 500, 530. 530 by R, 75 by R. This will be the least actually. This is least with the present data. So it will be 75 by 500 is least compared to 530 by 500. So this is 0.15. This is 0.15. Actually, what is the allowable grade compensation? The allowable grade compensation is original gradient is 5%. As per IRC, gradient flatter than 4%, compensation is not required. So, after 4%, there is no need to give reduction. Allowable grade compensation is 1%. Whatever maximum allowed, maximum allowable grade compensation as per IRC is 1%. Whatever we got is less than allowable value. Therefore, use grade compensation as 0.15% directly. Answer may be 0.15 like this. Answer is option C. Look at the question. In a linear speed density Greenshields model, free flow speed is nothing but Vmax, 80 kmph. Space headway at jam condition is 10 meter. So, space headway is equal to 10 meter per vehicle. Density is given by 1 by space headway, nothing but 1 by 10. Now it is vehicle per meter. How many kilometers? 1000 by 10 vehicle per kilometer. 1 by 10 vehicle per meter, 1000 by 10 vehicle per kilometer. Nothing but this is 100 vehicle per kilometer. At jam condition, The density is Kmax. Kmax is jam density, we also call it as 100 vehicle per kilometer, and speed is 80 kmph. Then the capacity as per linear speed density Green-Shield model is jam density by 2, maximum speed by 2. Jam density is 100 by 2 and Vmax is 80 by 2. 50 into 40. 2000 vehicle per hour is our Qmax. So that is what they are asking you. They have not given anything, means you can put integer directly because there is no scope of getting fractions. Look at the question. A horizontal angle of 310 degrees and 30 minutes in a prismatic compass will be represented as dash in surveyor compass. In surveyor compass we will get quadrantal bearing. In prismatic compass we will get a whole circle bearing. The given is a whole circle bearing 310 degrees and 30 minutes. 310 means from north, it will be somewhere here from north. So the quadrantal bearing means this line will be between north and west. Look at the options which is having a quadrantal bearing of north and west. Any other options? This is north and east, sorry. This is a whole circle bearing. Sorry. So if A is sorry, this is also sorry. Answer is option C. Look at this question. On a 2-degree broad gauge layout, it is a broad gauge layout. Degree of curve is 2 degrees. The average speed to be maintained is V average 80 kmph with a super elevation of 98 mm. Considering the complete mobilization of excess cant, the slowest possible speed on the track. Considering complete mobilization of excess of cant, what is cant excess? Actually provided is 98, and for a speed of 80 kmph, you know that the cant required is 75 mm. So this is excess of cant. To mobilize this excess of cant on a broad gauge layout, so what is the broad gauge? Broad gauge is 1.676 meter is the gauge. This you know. Calculate the V minimum, GV minimum square by 127 R. R is not known. From radius of curve, from degree of curve, you can find out radius. Radius is equal to 1720 by degree. 1720 by 2 degrees will be the radius of curve. The radius of curve is 860 meter. So substitute in this case, this I will put it as 98 minus 75 is mm. G I will substitute in 1676 mm. V minimum you find out 127. Radius of curve I need to substitute in meter, 860 meter. This is mm, this is mm. Units are getting cancelled. Okay. Then what is V minimum from this? If you simplify, you will get the minimum speed. They are asking you to round off to 2 decimal places. So it's a 38.71. Directly it comes in kmph. Numerical answer question.
Hello all. Let's see the question of open channel flow. So there is a question from the open channel flow which is regarding to the specific energy. Now what is the angle between a line drawn joining the origin with the minimum specific energy curves for different discharges. So, if you recollect, the minimum specific energy is nothing but the critical specific energy, which is equals to 3 by 2 Yc, right? And Yc in the case of the rectangle. So, this given equation is for the rectangle. Yc is equals to q square by g whole to the power of 1 by 3. So, when you ask about, when it is asked about the different discharges, now if you look over here, if the discharge is going to be increased, the critical depth is going to be increased, and specific energy, the minimum specific energy is also going to be increases. From this equation, we know that with increase in the specific energy, critical depth changes and specific energy is also going to be changed. So, if we draw the graph of this specific energy curve for different discharges. Now, E versus Y, and whatever this line, potential energy line, for a particular discharge, this is how the specific energy curve looks like. For the discharge Q1, and for this discharge, this is the minimum specific energy EC, and whatever the x ordinate is nothing but EC, y ordinate is nothing but YC, right? The y ordinate is nothing but YC. Now, this is for the given discharge. If you increase the discharge, as we see, if you increase the discharge, critical depth increases, specific energy is also going to be increases. If critical depth increases and specific energy also going to be increases, now the curve will shift towards the right side and upward direction. So, this is Q2. And one more curve, right side and upward direction, Q3. So, with increasing, Q2 is greater than Q1, Q3 is greater than Q2. Now, if we draw a line from the origin by connecting all the minimum specific energy points. So, this is the line, and what they're asking is about this angle. Let's take this angle as alpha. So, from this figure, we can see tan alpha. What is tan alpha? Opposite by adjacent. So, from here, the tan alpha is equals to, what is the opposite? Yc by adjacent is EC. So, alpha is equals to tan inverse of Yc by EC. Whereas in the case of the rectangular channel, we know EC is equals to 3 by 2 Yc, and Yc by EC is 2 by 3. So, alpha is equals to tan inverse of 2 by 3. You solve it, that comes as 33.69 degrees. So, if you see the options, the answer is option B. That's all from the open journal flow.
Let's discuss questions of geotechnical engineering now. So, geotechnical engineering, good amount of questions were asked in your exam, and some simple questions were there, some moderate questions were there. Hence, we can say geotechnical portion was quite easy and moderate in between. Let's see fun 1-mark questions first. So, here a soil has following properties. Liquid limit is mentioned and plastic limit is mentioned. After that, they are saying the percentage passing through 4.75 mm sieve is equal to 65% and percentage passing through 75 micron sieve is 58%. Now, you're supposed to classify the soil. So, as the question says this is from your IS classification, this particular question, and it's a very easy question as well. This question can be either done by your actual process, right, actual procedure, or it can be done by elimination technique as well, because the options are also given. The options are given in such a way that you can solve it with respect to elimination technique also. Let's discuss elimination technique first, and then if required, we'll discuss the other aspect also. Here you can see the two sieves, 75 micron sieve and 4.75 mm sieve. So both of these sieves are required to classify the soil in general, right? And the percentage finer, that means the particles which are passing through 75 micron sieve are 58%, that means greater than 50%. That means majority of your soil is a fine grained soil, either clay or either silt. So when I'll see the options, SC, that is your sand clay, it cannot be your answer. So option A cannot be the case for us. After that, you can see 58% is passing through the 75 micron sieve, 65% is passing through your 4.75. So 58 over here, and retained on this will be 7%. So 7 plus 58 is 65. And what is retained over here? 35%. So this is your sample distribution in between the sieves. Now, after that, for us, they have also given in the soil sample liquid limit, that is your WL, it is given as 40%. Now this 40% WL, it is between 50 and 35%. This corresponds to the fact that your soil sample has intermediate compressibility. It has intermediate compressibility that corresponds to I, right? Now, this is your intermediate compressibility. When you'll see the options, there is only one case which is with intermediate compressibility. Your answer will be C. Right? There is no point in finding out if it is clay or silt, because the options, leftover options, are suggesting it is obviously silt. Your answer will be C. Click on C and move forward directly, right? So whenever the options are given in such a way, try to first solve the question with respect to elimination technique. Otherwise, obviously, you would require to solve the entire question. So we can see the entire question also. What is the plastic limit which is given? Plasticity index which is given for us, 40 minus 30, it is 10%, right? And what is the plasticity index for the A line? It is equal to 0.73 multiplied by WL minus 20, right? This is your equation of A line. Now the point is, if our plasticity index, it is below the A line, it will be silt. If it is above the A line, it will be clay. So 0.73 into WL is 40 minus 20, 0.73 multiplied by 20, right? So this will be 14.6%. So orally also you can do it. So obviously for our soil, the plasticity index is lower than the plasticity index of A line. Hence we can say it is obviously silt, and hence we can cross check over here as well. So option C is the correct answer in this case. Now let's see our next question. Again, this is a very simple question. Among the clay minerals, the one having the maximum swelling tendency. We all know this because of the van der Waals forces present in the structure of montmorillonite mineral, that is your water bond. It exhibits a high swelling tendency, right? Kaolinite is hydrogen bond, and halosite also has the structure similar to that of kaolinite only. It has water inside of it also, but the structure is somewhat same as kaolinite. After that, elite, ionic bond is there. Ionic bond falls in between the van der Waals forces and the hydrogen bond. So we can say montmorillonite has the weakest bond inside of it, and it has the maximum swelling tendency. After that comes elite and then kaolinite. Now let's see this question over here. This is again a very easy question, which is from your compaction topic of soil mechanics. Here, two curves are given in this particular diagram, which are superimposed on each other from the Proctor test. The curve A, you are supposed to find out it is of what? That means what is on the y-axis. Water content is on the x-axis, then what is the value on the y-axis for the curve A you need to find out. The curve B is obviously your finding out the maximum dry density corresponding to the compactive effort which we provide at the optimum moisture content. But this curve A corresponds to the penetration resistance with respect to the water content of the Proctor needle, right? So over here, option C is signifying what? The penetration resistance. So as we are increasing the water content, the penetration resistance reduces. So ordinate A over here is what? Penetration resistance. Now let's see this question. The in situ void ratio of granular soil deposit is 0.5, and they are also saying that the maximum and minimum void ratio of the soil were 0.75 and 0.35, and they are saying that specific gravity is 2.67. The relative compaction of the soil respectively is, and gamma W they have also mentioned as 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube. So it's very easy. We can see this question. Relative compaction formula states that it is the ratio of the dry density of the soil which is there on the site divided by the maximum dry density which is possible for the soil. Right? Now, when you simplify this, you can also say this is 1 plus E minimum divided by 1 plus E in situ. That means the void ratio of the in situ soil and the minimum void ratio over here in the numerator. What is the minimum void ratio? It is 0.35. So 1 plus 0.35 divided by 1 plus 0.5. So 1 plus 0.5. So 1.35 divided by 1.5. This will be what? 0.9. This is your final answer. Now let's see this question over here. Here they are saying, for a sloping ground to be checked for stability as water table to the ground level, and with that entire soil is saturated, factor of safety is supposed to be found. Over here, this factor of safety will be equal to the shear strength divided by shear strength of the soil divided by the weight component due to the sloping ground, right? Now over here, weight component is the tangential component of the shear only because of the weight and the slope which is there. Shear strength over here, it is equal to what? Shear strength is equal to sigma n bar tan of phi divided by the weight component, that will turn out to be the gamma saturated of the soil sample multiplied by the depth at which it is supposed to be found multiplied by tan beta, or here the slope angle is considered as tan of I, right? So sloping angle is I, right? Here we are not considering the cohesion aspect. Why? Because as per the options, you can see the options, it is quite obvious that they are talking about cohesionless soil. Here this sigma n bar, that is your effective stress at the depth of h, it will be equal to gamma submerged multiplied by h. So gamma submerged multiplied by h tan phi and divided by gamma saturated multiplied by h into tan of I, right? So this h and h will get cancelled out. Here gamma submerged divided by gamma saturated, it is approximately nothing but 1 by 2. Why? Because it is half. So it is 1 by 2 tan phi by tan of I. So over here, option A is the correct answer. Now let's see this question. Over here, they are saying a 1.25 meter layer of soil having the porosity of 0.35 and specific gravity of 2.65 is subjected to an upward seepage with a seepage head of 1.85 meters. The depth of coarse sand that would be required above the existing soil to provide the factor of safety of 1.5 against the piping failure is. So we'll be considering the effective stress divided by the pressure due to the seepage. We'll take the ratio of both of them, and then we can say that the factor of safety, it is equal to 1.5 corresponding to the piping failure, to prevent the piping failure. And they have mentioned in the question that coarse sand which is provided, it has same specific gravity for the soil solids, and head loss will be negligible in that case also. It has same porosity as well. Now let's move towards the solution to it for this. Here they are saying that porosity is equal to 0.35. So if porosity, it is equal to 0.35, we can also find out the value of void ratio as well. So it is equal to 0.35 divided by 1 minus 0.35 as well. So 0.35 divided by 1 minus 0.35, which is equal to 0.53, 0.5385. So this is your void ratio. Now from this void ratio, we can find out the submerged unit weight as well, G minus 1 divided by 1 plus E multiplied by gamma W as well. So G is given to us as 2.65. So 2.65 minus 1 is 1.65 into 9.81 divided by 1 plus 0.5385. Right. So 1.65 multiplied by 9.81 divided by 1.5385. This is giving us 10.52 kilonewton per meter cube. Right. Now we have the submerged unit weight. We can say that factor of safety, it is equal to the submerged unit weight multiplied by the depth which is there for the soil plus the sand we are adding. So this will be a total depth divided by gamma W into the seepage head. Right. So it is 10.52 multiplied by what is the depth which is given to us, 1.25 meters. So 1.25 plus x divided by 9.81 into what is the seepage head. Seepage head or given to us is 1.85. This is equal to 1.5, which is equal to your factor of safety. Yes, you can solve it now. 1.5 into 9.81 into 1.85 divided by 10.52 and then minus 1.25. So you're getting 1.33 as the value of x. X over here will turn out to be 1.33. This is your final answer. Now let's see this question. Here they are saying a homogeneous clay of 12 meter thick is expected to have ultimate settlement of 332 mm. After a time span of 3 years, the average settlement was measured to be 152 mm. The extra time to reach an average settlement of 237 mm is dash months. So this is a very good question. Over here they are saying what is the extra time which is required for 237 mm settlement, and the answer is supposed to be in months. Right, so let's see the solution of it. Here they are saying, let's say delta H1, that is after 3 years how much settlement is there, 152 mm. The ultimate settlement is 332 mm. 332 mm. So corresponding to this, what will be the percentage consolidation? So it is divided by both, right? 152 divided by 332 multiplied by 100, or you can simply leave it in decimals as well. 332. So you are getting 0.45783, right? Multiplied by 100 if you want to convert it in percentage. Better leave it like this only. After that, you can find out the value of time factor, which is equal to pi by 4 into u square. Why pi by 4 into u square? Because this particular percentage would be less than 60%, right? It would be less than 60%. Hence, we can say pi by 4 into 0.45783 whole square, right? So it is pi by 4 into 0.45783 square. So you are getting 0.1646, right, as the TV1 value as over here. After that, TV1 can also be written as CVT by D square. Over here, this ratio will be common, and this time period is given to us as 3 years. So from this CV by D square, constant value can be found as 0.1646 divided by 3 as the value of CV by D square. We can use it in the second case. Now for us, the second case would be, what is the value of delta H2? Delta H2 value which is given to us is 237 mm, right? So corresponding to this, we can also find out the percentage consolidation. 237 divided by the ultimate consolidation as 332, right, multiplied by 100. So 237 divided by 332 multiplied by 100, right? It is equal to 71.385%. After that, over here, the value of TV1 will be equal to 1.781 minus 0.9332 into log 10, 100 minus u. U for us, it is 71.385. So substitute it over here. When we will substitute it, we have the answer in front of us, 1.781 minus 0.9332 into log of 100 minus 71.385, right? Here we are getting 0.4217. This is also equal to CV by D square, CVT by D square, and CV by D square value we already know. It is equal to 0.1646 divided by 3. So this will be equal to 0.1646 divided by 3 into T and 0.4217. Now from this we can find out the value of T also. Here T would be 0.4217 into 3 divided by 0.1646, 7.686. years. Now, this is not your final answer. Actually, what is the change in the years, right? How much extra time is required? So it is nothing but you have to subtract the first 3 years from this. 7.686 minus 3. This value will be 4.686 over here. This will be 4.686 years over here, and you'll just simply multiply this by 12. Here you're getting 56.232 months. This is your final answer. Now let's see this very simple question. Here they are saying, consider the following statements. The coarse grained soil having the fines less than 75 micron in size, and it is ranging between 5% to 12%. They have a dual symbol according to the IS code for soil classification. Yes, it is completely correct. When the soil classification is less than 5, they are major. When the percentage fines are less than 5%, then our major consideration is if it is well graded or poorly graded like that. Or if it is greater than 12%, we are more concerned with the percentage fines. Are there more clay is there more clay inside of it, or is there more silt inside of it? But if it is ranging between 5 to 12%, then it is both. We have to find out if it is well graded or not, or poorly graded or not, or what is the percentage of clay, if the clay is more or silt is more, right? Then you can say it is a dual symbol. Yes, this statement is correct. Now I'll give you one example for this. For example, let's say either you are getting as GW, GC, like that, right? So well graded table, and it is clay as well inside of it. Here you can see at liquid limit, all soils have same shearing strength. Yes, they have same shearing strength of 2.7 kilonewton per meter square. After that, lower the shrinkage limit, greater is the volume change in the soil. Yes, this statement is also correct with the change in water content. Yes, this can be done, and this can be formulated with respect to the shrinkage ratio also. But in general, also theoretically, we know that when predominant mineral in clay, it is montmorillonite, the shrinkage limit is quite less, which exhibits quite high value of liquid limit and very low value of shrinkage limit. Yes, there are very good chances that it will exhibit a good volume change on drying. Yes, all the three statements over here, 1, 2 and 3, they are correct. Now let's see this question over here. This is a very pretty big question, in the sense when you'll read it, it may seem it is big, but otherwise, if you are conceptually good, you'll be able to solve this question in as less time as possible. Here they are saying a building stands over a soil profile as shown in the figure. Initially the void ratio, initially the groundwater table was at 2 meters below the ground surface, and then after that they said you have to lower the groundwater table up to the 6 meter level from the ground surface, and then you are given the audiometer analysis as well for the stress values and the void ratios, and because of the pumping, what is the possible settlement of the building. You are supposed to find out that. So let's see. It is very easy. Now nothing is mentioned about the weight of the building and everything. We would have considered the weight of the building also, but nothing is mentioned about that. Hence we will consider only the profile, only the soil profile over here in this particular figure, right? So let's start. Here we'll first find out the initial overburden pressure at the center level of the profile. Let's find out the initial overburden pressure over here. at this level. So for 18.35 multiplied by 2, sigma naught bar 18.35 multiplied by 2 plus here this entire portion, it is 10 meters, 19.74 minus 9.81 into 10 plus 20 minus 9.81 into 3, right? So this is your initial overburden pressure, 18.35 into 2 plus 19.74 minus 9.81, after that into 10 plus 20 minus 9.81 into 3. We are getting 166.57 kilonewton per meter square as the initial overburden pressure. And sigma 1, let's find out what is the value of sigma 1 after lowering the table. Now after lowering, this water table will be at 6 meters and this will be your length, this will be also 6 meters, right? So now 18.35 into 6 plus 19.74 minus 9.81 into 6 plus 20 minus 9.81 into 3. So 18.35 into 6 plus 19.74 minus 9.81 into 6 plus 20 minus 9.81 into 3. So you're getting 200.25 kilonewton per meter square, right? Now once you have these two values, we can find out the value of initial void ratio. Initial void ratio over here, it is equal to, initial void ratio can be formulated from this linear variation table. So we can just interpolate the value of initial void ratio and the final void ratio based upon the change. Here 166.57 is the initial pressure. So 166.57 is in between these two. So 166.57, we can find out 0.792. The values are reducing. So 0.792 minus 0.792 minus 0.763 divided by the difference in between the two, that is 30, multiplied by 200.25 minus the pressure over here 166.57, sorry, 166.57 minus 150. So solve this. 0.792 minus 0.792 minus 0.763 divided by 30 into 166.57 minus 150. Right. So here we are getting 0.776. After that, the value of E1 value over here, it is we can consider 200.25 between 180 and 210. So here the void ratio is 0.763 and 0.75. So 0.763 763 minus 0.763 minus 0.75 divided by 30 multiplied by 200.25 minus 180. Right, solve this. What you're getting, 0.763 minus 0.763 minus 0.75 divided by 30 into 200.25 minus 180. So here we are getting 0.754. This is your value of E1. Now based upon this, you can find out what is the value of delta H divided by H naught, which is equal to delta E divided by 1 plus E naught. So delta H will be equal to the change in void ratio, that is 0.776 minus 0.754 divided by 1 plus 0.776, and you will multiply this by 3 and we can find out the value of, multiplied by 6. 6 is the depth of the layer. 0.776 minus 0.754 divided by 1.776 into 6. Right, here we are getting the answer as 0.0743 as the answer in meters.
Dear friends, let's start the questions asked in your pre-gate examination for environmental engineering subject, right? Okay, look at this question. See, in this question, he has mentioned activated sludge system ASP has efficiency of this much and MCRT, mean cell residence time of 15 days. F by M ratio is given as 0.15 day inverse. Which of the below system most probably has the above properties? Whatever the properties he has mentioned in this particular question, of those properties are related to which of these given options? The question is related to that, right? See, look at the options given. Our ASP, activated sludge process, which can be operated in different modes. We can say we can operate ASP as a plug flow reactor as well as complete mix flow reactor. In this given options, he has mentioned plug flow system, nothing but a plug flow reactor. CMFR, complete mix system, complete mix flow reactor. Therefore, I am considering these two as a PFR only, modified plug flow or a plug flow. This is plug flow reactor, right? PFR, plug flow reactor system, and this is CMFR, complete mix flow reactor system, right? The last one is extended aeration system. See, if you can able to recall one of its property, if you can able to remember the property, you can easily answer this question. Let me take this question with the help of F by M ratio. I am considering F by M ratio. Let me take F by M ratio of these systems. Okay, F by M ratio. Okay, tell me what is the F by M ratio for a plug flow mode, conventional plug flow reactor, modified or conventional. We can say F by M ratio is 0.3 to 0.4. This is the F by M ratio for plug flow mode. If you consider CMFR, the F by M ratio is 0.3 to 0.5. If you remember, if you can able to recall these 2 points, see almost same F by M ratio we are having for both the plug flow reactor as well as the CMFR, right? With the help of F by M ratio, whatever the given F by M ratio in the properties given in the question, the F by M ratio is 0.15. 0.15 does not fall in this given range, right? This is related to plug flow and CMFR. What is the option given? Obviously it is extended aeration system properties are given, right? Option D is correct. With the help of F by M ratio, we can able to easily, with straight away we can eliminate these CMFR and PFR. We can tick option 4. Okay, let us have, if you unable to recall F by M ratio, let us take MCRT, mean cell residence time. You can remember at least one, so that you can able to answer this question. Mean cell residence time. See, mean cell residence time is 5 to 8 days. In this case also we have 5 to 8 days. This is the mean cell residence time for these both the systems, PFR and CMFR. But given MCRT is, what is the given value? 15 days. Please look at the question. He has mentioned 15 days is an MCRT. Therefore, obviously again extended aeration system property, right? If you can able to remember either F by M ratio or else mean cell residence time, you can easily answer this particular question for single 1 mark question. Okay, let us have efficiency also. If you can able to recall efficiency property, right? Now, if we can look at these two having the efficiency 28% to 95% is the efficiency. Okay, this CMFR is also having the same efficiency, but the given efficiency, look at the given efficiency, we have only 95%. The given efficiency is what? 95%. Therefore, obviously that is also extended aeration system. These are the given properties for extended aeration system, not for CMFR and PFR, right? See, let me write for F by M ratio, this is ranging from 0.1 to 0.18. This is for extended aeration. Mean cell residence time, this is 10 to 15 days. You need not to recall these values. With the help of these two values, easy to remember. F by M is same, almost same for CMFR and PFR. MCRT is almost same, efficiency is almost same. Therefore, we can able to say with the help of these units, 95% to 98%, right? These are the properties I am giving. This is the simple 1 mark question asked. Okay. Dear friends, look at this given question. Which of the following statements regarding decomposition of wastewater are true? You need to identify true statements out of the given options, right? Look at the option A. In India, BOD test is generally conducted for 3 days at 27 degrees centigrade. Tell me, is this statement is true or false? This is a true statement. See, as we know, the standard is BOD we usually conduct for 5 days at a 20 degrees centigrade, right? See, actually the concept of BOD originated in Western country, specifically if you can mention, that is European countries, London, right? Where the average surface water temperature is 20 degrees centigrade. But in India, our average surface water temperature is 27 degrees centigrade. By considering this topographical advantage, we are living in a tropical country. Temperatures are usually more than the cold countries, right? So that we can achieve the 68% of decomposition of organic matter in just 3 days. Instead of conducting the test for 5 days at 20 degrees centigrade, but we have a average surface temperature more than 20 degree, right? For 20 degree, it takes 5 days for 68% of decomposition. But we have this more temperature in India. Therefore, we can achieve the same decomposition of organic matter in just 3 days. That is what an advantage for us, right? Therefore, this statement is once asked in engineering services also. What he asked is, the 5 day 20 degree BOD is equal to dash. He asked the simple one-liner question in engineering services long back. The 5 day 20 degree BOD is same as 3 day 27 degree BOD. Instead of conducting the test for 5 days at 20 degree, we can have the advantage that at 27 degree in 3 days, we can achieve the same decomposition in just 3 days. That is what an advantage for a tropical country. Therefore, the given statement A is correct. Very simple statement. Okay. Okay, look at this. The rate at which BOD is satisfied at any time depends on temperature and nature of organic matter present in the sewage. See, as we just now discussed about it, right? See, if the temperature is more, we can achieve the degradation faster, right? At 5 degree, at 20 degree, it takes 5 days time, but at 27 degree, same decomposition is taking lesser time in 3 days. Therefore, this BOD is satisfied at any time, depends on what? Temperature as well as nature of the organic matter present. It depends on the temperature, right? Therefore, statement B is also correct. Now, look at the C statement. This is very easy. You can easily answer this. Look at these two statements. BOD records oxygen required by both biodegradable and non-biodegradable. Non-biodegradable is obviously wrong. This non-biodegradable means this is for a COD, not BOD. BOD represents biodegradable organic matter, not non-biodegradable. Therefore, C statement is wrong. Look at the D. BOD does not accounts oxygen required for oxidation of inorganic compounds. This is obviously correct. It does not accounts inorganic, non-biodegradable or inorganic compounds. Therefore, out of the given statements, what are the correct options? A correct, B correct, as well as D correct. You need to choose all these three options for an MSQ type of question, right? Okay. Dear friends, look at the given question from the plane sedimentation chapter. In a rectangular sedimentation tank, the length to height ratio is given as 5 and the settling velocity of the particle is given as 0.01 centimeter per second. Find the flow velocity in centimeter per second. Look at the units, okay? Find the flow velocity in centimeter per second of the tank with the specific gravity of particle is 2.65. Specific gravity is given, kinematic viscosity of water is given, but in this question, the data which he has mentioned, specific gravity and kinematic viscosity, may not be helpful for us to solve this question. Without even taking these data, we can still able to solve this question, right? See, what he has mentioned, we have length to height ratio. He has given that length to height ratio is given as a 5 and settling velocity he has given. What is the settling velocity he has given? Particle is having settling velocity, that is Vs he has mentioned. What is the Vs value? 0.01 centimeter per second is the Vs value. He is asking you to find the flow velocity in centimeter per second. Please be careful in which units is expecting your answer for numerical answer type questions. In NAT questions of GATE, you must be very careful with units, whatever the units here is expecting you to enter, right, in this given blank, right? Now, we need to find out what? Flow through velocity. What is the flow through velocity? Horizontal flow through velocity you need to find out, VH. Okay, look at this very simple question. I am considering the plain sedimentation tank here, in which we have, this is the length direction, length dimension, this is the height of a tank, this is what? Settled deposit, right? That is the sludge zone, but effective settling happens in this height of H, depth of water, right? Those are the dimensions you need to evaluate in the design of plain sedimentation. LH, this is the width, right? If you look at the cross section, your cross section looks like this, that is what? H and B. Okay, now tell me, if a particle enters in the plain sedimentation tank at the inlet, look at the particle entered at the inlet. On this particular particle, we have two different velocities, right? The flowing water will drag the particle away from the tank. It enters at the inlet. The particle moving along with the water, the flowing water has some force acted on the particle. It drags the particle to the outlet, right? That is what? One force. Another force, the particle, due to its size, due to its weight and size, tries to settle at this particular location. But these two forces are simultaneously acting. This is what? A flow velocity, we can say VH or VF. This is what? Settling velocity Vs. These two different velocities are acted upon that particular particle. The particle chooses its own way. In plain sedimentation, this is the case, particle will settle. Particle will follow this path. After some time, the particle here like this, particle finally settled at the bottom of the tank. If it touches the bottom, we can confirm that particle is captured in the tank. For the capturing of this particle, what is the criteria? Just tell me, whatever the settling time means H by Vs. What is the time? Distance by velocity will give you time. Velocity is distance by time. Distance by velocity will give you time. This is what? Settling time. To cover this height h, it is traveling with velocity vs. What is the time it took? H by vs will be the settling time. This settling time must be less or equal to flow time. The particle which travels from inlet to outlet, it has to cover the distance L. What is the distance? L. With which velocity the particle is moving? That is the horizontal flow velocity, VH or VF, flow velocity or horizontal flow velocity. At 100% settlement, the settling velocity will be lesser or equal. Therefore, H by Vs is equal to L by VH, right? We have L by H data given. Therefore, VH by, very simple question, VH by Vs is equal to L by H. What is L by H value? L by H value given as 5. We need to evaluate VH. VH is equal to 5 into Vs. What is the Vs value? 5 into 0.01. Therefore, 0.05 centimeter per second. This is the answer, 0.05 centimeter per second. You need to enter in this space, he needs to enter 0.05. Answer is without any range. For this exact answers in the GATE exam, they may not provide a range. Therefore, you are getting exactly 0.05. Therefore, you need to enter 0.05. Other than 0.05, your answer is wrong. Okay. Dear friends, look at this. These are the 2 mark questions asked in your pre-GATE exam. See, chlorination with Cl2 produces hypochlorous acid HOCl, and it further dissociates to hypochlorite ion OCl minus depending on pH of water. We all know, depending upon the pH of water, if you add chlorine to water, it forms hypochlorous acid. This hypochlorous acid is highly unstable at elevated pHs. Therefore, at elevated pH, this hypochlorous acid dissociates into its own ion, hypochlorite ion. That is what he has mentioned also. The reaction is represented as, he has given the reaction also. K value he has given at 20 degree. What is the ratio of HOCl and OCl minus fraction at pH 7? At pH 7, what is the ratio of HOCl and OCl? How much fraction of HOCl is present at pH 7? At the same time, OCl minus is present in the water at the pH of 7. You need to identify the fractional amount of HOCl and OCl, then we can say ratio between them, right? We have 2 different approaches to solve this question. As you all know, the first method, you all know percentage HOCl, right? I am taking the first method here. Method 1, we can say method 1. In this method 1, as you all know, percentage HOCl. What is the percentage HOCl? Formula for percentage HOCl equal to 1 by 1 plus K by H plus. He has mentioned pH value. What is the pH? pH is 7, right? pH value is given as 7. If pH is 7, what is the H plus ions concentration? 10 to the power of minus 7 mole per liter. Very easy question. Simple, straightforward question also. This is the KH value. What is the K value mentioned? Without calculator also you can do. 2.5 into 10 to the power of minus 8 mole per liter. Concentration is measured in mole per liter, right? K value we know, H plus is no. Substitute and tell percentage HOCl. See, the percentage HOCl equal to, what is the value? 1 by 1 plus K by H plus. What is K? 10 to the power of minus 8 by H plus is 10 to the power of minus 7. If you solve this, 1 by, without calculator also you can manage. 2.5 into minus 8 plus 7 minus 1. 2.5 means 1 by 4 you will get. If you 1 by 4, 4 plus 1, 5 by 4 means 4 by 5. This is the 4 by 5. 4 by 5 means 0.8. Percentage HOCl is 0.8. Then percentage OCl is how much? Percentage of OCl minus is equal to 1 minus 0.8. See, HOCl and OCl, they are freely available chlorine. After the chlorination, we can say these two, hypochlorous acid and hypochlorite ion, are freely available chlorine. Combination of these two is 100%, out of which 0.8 is HOCl, remaining is what? OCl minus only. This is 0.2. But he is asking the what is the ratio? HOCl to OCl ratio. Now you can tell me HOCl by OCl minus, what is HOCl? 0.8, OCl 0.2, the ratio will give you answer as 4, right? What is the answer? Answer is this option 2, right? This is the 4. What is the method 2? Can you able to solve by method 2? Method 2, the second method I am giving you, method 2. Okay, in this method 2, as he has mentioned the given reaction equation, right? This is what the reaction is represented as HOCl dissociation, right? We can consider that and we can go with the flow. See, as he mentioned, HOCl, this is the very easy method, HOCl, which dissociates into H plus OCl minus. As we all know, the ionization constant, right? What is the ionization constant? K. Ionization constant is equal to reactants, products H plus OCl minus divided by HOCl. This is the way to express ionization constant. But we are he wants HOCl by OCl fraction. Now tell me, by this expression we can directly say HOCl by OCl minus, HOCl by OCl minus, H plus by K, right? K by H plus is OCl by HOCl, therefore reverse we can take, right? H plus by K is the fraction. This is what the fraction needed in the given question. What is the H plus value? 10 to the power of minus 7 is the H plus, 2.5 into 10 to the power of minus 8 is the K value. Therefore, minus 7 plus 8 minus 1. Therefore, 8 minus 7, 1. 10 by 2.5. 2.5 means 25 by 10. 25 fours. Therefore, in this way also we are getting the same answer, right? This is 4. Which option? D is the correct answer, right? Very easy question. But if you consider this expression and solving for K, it gives you answer in just 1 minute, less than a minute. Okay? Okay, look at this question. Which of the following statements regarding air pollutants are correct? You need to identify correct statements among the given options, right? Look at the first statement. CO2 is a colorless gas leading to global warming due to its greenhouse effect. Yes, CO2 is a greenhouse gas. Therefore, option A is correct, right? Simple, straightforward statement. CO2 is a colorless gas leading to global warming due to its greenhouse effect. CO2 is a greenhouse gas. Look at this CO. CO is carbon monoxide, is a colorless, tasteless, odorless gas which is asphyxiant and a greenhouse gas. CO, whatever the given things about the carbon monoxide is correct, but the end he is saying CO is a greenhouse gas. CO is not a greenhouse gas. All the other in the given statement, all the other information is correct, but at the end he is saying greenhouse gas. Therefore, this is the wrong statement, right? Which is asphyxiant also, which blocks. In blood we have any hemoglobin. When this carbon monoxide enters into bloodstream, it joins the hemoglobin, forms carboxyhemoglobin, which blocks the oxygen carrying capacity of blood, right? Therefore, it is known as asphyxiant effect. Therefore, B option is wrong, since he is saying greenhouse gas. This is not a greenhouse gas. See, C option is CH4 is also a greenhouse gas but has less global warming potential than CO2. CH4, methane is a global warming potential. Methane is greenhouse gas, but it has more global warming potential than CO2. Therefore, he is saying less global warming potential. C is also wrong. Look at the D. Methane has a shorter lifetime compared to CO2 and is more potent in trapping heat. It has more global warming potential. In this statement, he is saying less global warming potential, but here more potent in trapping heat means more global warming potential. Therefore, D also correct. Therefore, out of the given options, we have A correct and D correct, right? This is also multiple select question. Okay, very easy question regarding the greenhouse gases. Okay, dear friends, look at this question. This is regarding MPN, most probable number index test, that is multiple tube fermentation test, right? A standard multi-tube fermentation test was conducted on a sample of water. The results of analysis for the confirmed test are as below. He has mentioned the test results in this table. See, this is the sample size, and out of 5 tubes, these are the positive number of the positive results. The typographical error, the positive is missing here. These are the out of 5 tubes, these are the positive, these are the negative. MPN index for a combination of the results when 5 tubes used for a dilution of 10 1.1. He has given this combination also. This table is readily available in the market, out of which the possible combinations according to the test result he has given, right? This is the given data. What is the MPN of the sample? This is the given thing. See, if you can look at the ready-made table available in the market, this combination is having 3 consecutive dilutions. Look at this, 5 4 3 4 3 1 3 1 0, like that. We have 3 consecutive dilutions. If you conduct the test with the help of 3 dilutions only, then simply we can take the combination against this value as MPN. But here the problem is, we conducted the test with 4 dilutions. Look at this, we conducted the test with 10 ml sample, 1 ml sample, 0.1, 0.01 ml sample. Therefore, it tells us we have more than 3 consecutive dilutions. If you in ready-made tables, we have only 3 consecutive dilution set. Therefore, here how many sets are possible? 2 different sets. Look at this, 10 1.1 431 set, right? And we have another set. We have another set here. That set is 1.1 0.01. This set is also possible, right? These are 2 different sets. But in general, we consider highest dilution. What is the highest dilution out of this given? See, 10 ml is sample size, remaining 90 ml is dilution water. 1 ml is sample size, remaining 99 ml is dilution water, like that. 0.01 ml is sample size, 99.99 ml is dilution water. Therefore, highest dilution, least sample size. That, are you getting my point? 1.1 0.01 is highest dilution. Sample size is less, but we are adding more dilution water, right? Therefore, this is the highest dilution. Out of the 2 different sets of 3 consecutive dilutions, we must take highest dilution set. What is the highest dilution set? 310 is the highest dilution set. 310 is having sample size of 1.1 0.01. We are considering 310 set out of the given 310. See, look at the table. In 310, against which, what is the MPN value? 310 is having MPN value of 11, but 11 is not there in the options. See, you already know, table is available for a dilution of 10 1.1, but we consider the test out of after conducting the test, we have chosen this this set as a highest dilution. We are reading 310 MPN value, but this dilution is 10 1.1. But here we have 1.1 0.01. To convert this test dilution to the table dilution, we need to multiply here, right? Sometimes you need to multiply, sometimes you need to divide, but in this case we need to multiply to arrive at the table dilution. Table dilution is always 10 1.1. To arrive at this stable dilution, what you needs to do? You needs to multiply with 10 for all the dilutions. If you multiply with 10, what you will get? This is 10, 1, this is 0.1, 10, 1, 0.1. As you multiplied the dilution, you needs to multiply 11 also with 10. What is the value now? C correct, right? Okay, if you if you are unable to remember, highest set needs to be considered. But if you take 431, against 431, what is the value? 33. That is 33 only. Since 431 is 10.1.1, table also 10.1.1. But 310 we have 110. Therefore, this value gives 110 as your MPN. This value gives 33 as your MPN. Highest value of the MPN you must consider. Otherwise, simply if you can recall this point, highest dilution set needs to be taken. In that highest dilution, at least one tube must have a positive result. But here we have out of 5 tubes, 3 positive, 1 positive. Not only out of the given set, each dilution is here we have 2 dilutions are giving at least one tube positive, but 3 tube positive, 1 tube positive. Only this set, this dilution, all tubes negative, right? At least 1 positive, but we have that criteria satisfied. You can take this highest dilution. If you are unable to recall this point, you just take 2 combinations and give the highest value as your MPN value. That is also correct. Okay. Okay, look at this question, dear friends. A wastewater treatment plant disposes its effluent into a stream at a point and has effluent characteristics as below at that point. These are the characteristics. It has a flow rate and temperature and BOD at 20 degrees centigrade. Units also he mentioned, flow in meter cube per second and corresponding units, right? This is the wastewater effluent. Discharge is given, temperature of this effluent is this, BOD in wastewater effluent is this. See, look at the flowing stream. Natural stream is having a discharge, temperature same, effluent and stream is having same temperature, and in the stream natural BOD is 5. Find the BOD remaining in a stream after 7 days of disposal if K20 is given as 0.3 day inverse. What he is asking? He is asking you to determine remaining BOD after 7 days. Once the effluent stream joins the once the wastewater effluent joins the natural stream, at the point of disposal we have a instant mixing. That we need to assume that instant mixing happens. What is the mixed BOD we have? But what he is asking, remaining after 7 days of disposal. If we dispose at that time to 7 days, after 7 days, what will be the remaining BOD there? That is what he is asking, right? How to determine this? First, when a wastewater stream joins river, we need to identify. See, look at this. This is the flowing river. Imagine this is the flowing river. Very easy question. This is the flowing river. Imagine this is the flow happening like this. Okay. Now, some wastewater stream joins the river at this point. This is the point of disposal. At this point of disposal, this is an upstream of disposal. This is the downstream of disposal. Here the mixing happens, right? Mixing of wastewater stream with the river water. Imagine this is the river water with the yellow color. This is the mixing happens, right? We have this effluent characteristics. This is the wastewater characteristics. This is the river, flow of river and BOD, all those characteristics he has mentioned. Now we need to identify what is the BOD mix at that point, at this point of disposal. What is the BOD mix? What is the BOD mix? We have a river discharge and BOD of river plus we have wastewater discharge and BOD of wastewater divided by total discharge, river plus wastewater, right? What is the river discharge? River is flowing with a 2 meter cube per second, right? What is the BOD in the natural river? I guess it is 5. Take the data correctly. Plus wastewater having the discharge of 0.5, but its BOD is 50. total BOD, total flow. River is having a flow of 2 and BOD is having a flow of 5 or 0.5, therefore it is 2.5. Now 10, half of 50 is 25, 35 by 2.5, 35 by 2.5, 25 zeros, therefore 25 ones 25, 25 fours 100, 14 milligram per liter, very easy to solve, right? Milligram per liter. This is what? BOD mix, BOD mix. But we have, we need to solve for remaining BOD, not this BOD mix. Remaining BOD is how much, right? See, you know, this is 30 degree, right? Y5 at 30 degree centigrade is given as, is taken as 14 milligram per liter. You know, this is L naught ultimate BOD into 1 minus e to the power of, the value is K20 is 0.23 minus K20 into 5. This is the value. I am evaluating for ultimate BOD. See, ultimate BOD is a constant parameter. It does not change with respect to temperature. Ultimate, whatever the whole biodegradable organic matter is present, the amount is decomposed entirely. Ultimate BOD, that is what? L naught. L naught does not change with respect to temperature. We can take K20 value. Don't think this BOD mix is at 30 degree centigrade. Obviously, that is the BOD at 5 days 30 degree only. But L naught does not change with the temperature. We can take value of K20, L naught value will be same at 30, 20 or whatever may be the temperature, right? See, in a whole sample of water, if you take wastewater sample in which we have certain amount of organic matter, only the amount present only degrades, right? Not extra, not less. The whole value, whatever the amount of BOD, organic matter present in that wastewater will be degraded, decomposed. That is what ultimate value. Now evaluate that. 1 minus e to the power of minus 0.23 into 5. L naught into that equal to 14. Now I got the L naught value. Let me solve. Minus 0.23 into 5, exponential of this 1 minus answer 14 divided by the answer will give you 486 milligram per liter. You can round it off to some value, but however try to write up to 3 decimals. 20.486 is the L naught value, but he is not asking this. He is asking remaining BOD after 7 days in stream after 7 days of disposal. You know K20, but for evaluating this remaining BOD at 7 days, BOD is asking, not ultimate BOD. Therefore, we need to take K value at 30 degree. Now K30, you know, K30 at K at any temperature is K at known temperature and 0.047. If not given, take this value as a temperature coefficient. Power T minus 20, this is the value. K20, you know, 0.23, 1.047 whole power T. 30 minus 20 means 10. What is the value you got? 0.23, 1.047 power 10 into 0.23. It will give you the K30 value 0.36. This is K30 value. Now, BOD remaining after 7 days. What is the BOD remaining after 7 days? See, remaining BOD. Directly we can take remaining BOD after 7 days. After 7 days equal to ultimate BOD L naught into e to the power of minus KT. K equal to K30 units to take. You converted 20 into 30. K30 into 7 after 7 days, right? This is directly we can take, or else BOD you determine at 7 days, then L naught minus that will give you the same expression. Directly you can take, remaining expression is this. You know, ultimate is not changing, that is 14 only. E to the power of minus 0.36 into 7. Now this is the answer, minus 0.36 into 7, exponential value of this into 14 will give you, what is the answer you got? What is the L naught? Sorry, L naught value 20.486. 20.486. You can erase that. 20.486, right? Okay, 20.486. Now 0.36 into 7, exponential of that into 20.486. You got 1.648 milligram per liter. This is what remained in after 7 days. This is your actual answer, right? This is the correct answer, 1.648. Now you need to enter that answer, right? After 7 days of disposal is how much? This is the numerical answer type question. 1.648 you need to enter. 1.648. Range will be given to you. If your answer fits in that range, you will be given 2 marks. Otherwise, negative marking will be there. Right? This is the answer. Okay. Dear friends, let's solve these hydrology questions asked in your pre-gate exam. Look at this very simple question. In hydrological terms, what does the rising limb of a unit hydrograph represents? He is asking about, in the unit hydrograph, what does it rising limb represents? Out of the given options, look at this. Is it representing the increasing precipitation, or increasing runoff, or decreasing runoff, or a base flow contribution? See, as you all know, the hydrograph is the plot between the variation in the discharge versus time. That is what a hydrograph, right? Yeah, you already know this simple definition of a hydrograph. Usually, the variations in the discharge with respect to the time will give you the plot called hydrograph, right? Look at this. I have taken the image for you. This is the time versus discharge plot. That is what a hydrograph. The fluctuations in the discharge is like this. See, in this plot, this is the rising limb, this is the crest portion, and this is the recession limb. What does this rising limb represents? This rising limb usually represents increase in the runoff, not the increase in the precipitation. See, once the storm occurred, precipitation occurs, first infiltrated into the ground. First, the soil needs to be saturated. After soil becomes saturated enough, then the extra precipitation, the excess rainfall will flow on the surface. That is what runoff, right? This rising limb indicates the discharge is increasing with respect to time. The increase in discharge given by this rising limb. Recession limb indicates decrease in the discharge, right? Therefore, we can choose out of the given options, it indicates what? Increasing discharge. Increasing discharge. Option B is correct. Okay. Okay, look at this question, dear friends. In a trapezoidal channel of a depth of 3 meter, slope he has mentioned 1 by 45,000, and a hydraulic radius, nothing but a hydraulic mean depth, that is 2 meter. Maximum shear stress on the bed for a purpose of design is what? He is asking bed shear stress on the bed, maximum shear stress on the bed is how much? As we all know, we have a formula for a tau naught, maximum shear stress on the bed. We have a formula, this is gamma R S naught. This is unit weight of a fluid. This is what? R is nothing but hydraulic mean depth or hydraulic radius. S is the bed slope. If you substitute this, you will get the answer. Gamma, if you take 10 unit weight of water, gamma R is what? 2 meter. What is S? 1 by 4500. This is kilonewton. Now multiply with 1000, will give you stress in Newton per meter square or pascals, right? He mentioned what is the design, maximum shear stress on the bed for the purpose of design, maximum shear stress in pascals, Newton per meter square. If you solve this, you will get 20,000 divided by 4,500, 45. You can get 4.44 if you can use calculator also. 4.44 only you will get. 20,000 divided by 4,500, 4.444, right? This is Newton per meter square, nothing but pascals. This is the answer. 4.44, B is the correct answer, right? Very simple question for 1 mark, right? Dear friends, look at this S-curve question. A 2-hour unit hydrograph for a catchment is given in the table below. He has provided 2-hour unit hydrograph ordinates. He is asking you to determine the maximum ordinate of the S-curve in meter cube per second from the given data, right? Now, look at this. I have taken the same data given in the question. The very easy question. See, these are 2-hour unit hydrograph ordinates. We need to add S-curve additions. After adding these additions to the unit hydrograph ordinates, finally you will get S-curve ordinates. As you all know, S-curve, the values keep rising and attains the constant value, right? At that constant value, that is the maximum ordinate of S-curve, right? We need to find out that maximum value. When can we get the maximum value? When we can see the constant value in the S-curve ordinate, that is the maximum ordinate of S-curve, right? See, look at this. These are 2-hour unit hydrographs. Therefore, time duration is 0 to all 2-hour duration given. These ordinates are 2-hour duration, but these are also 2-hour unit hydrograph ordinates. Now, directly this 2-hour, therefore, this is as it is S-curve ordinate 0. What is the addition? Add 0 to this. Therefore, the addition will be 0 here. This is 1. Addition is 1. The value is 1 here. Now, if addition is 1 here, the value is 9. Addition is 9, value is 25, right? If the addition is 25, 25, 24, 49. If addition is 49, 40, 30, 70, 40, 30, 70 plus 1, 81, right? 81. If the addition is 81, what is the ordinate? 80, 20, 100, 106, 106, 106, 15, 121. Now 121, 121 plus 10, 131, 131, very easy. This is 138. Now 138 plus 6, 38, 6, 144. 144 plus 2, 146. 146, 0, 146. See, if you can look at the trend of S-curve ordinates of discharge, 0 keeps increasing and attains the constant value. Hereafter, if you add, see, these are the S-curve 2-hour unit hydrograph ordinates, 0 up to 0. Again, if you add whatever the value, if you add 146 plus 0, 146, 146, 146, like that you got 146 as the constant discharge. Now you can say this constant discharge is treated as equilibrium discharge, which is of 146 meter cube per second. Your answer will be this 146 meter cube per second. Very easy, simple, straightforward 1 mark question, but asked in 2. S-curve generally they ask in 2 marks, simple questions. The nearest integer, answer you got it in integer only. Therefore, you need to enter 146 without any range, right? 146 is the correct answer. Okay?
Okay, dear students, one question given for pre-gate exam from construction materials. The question is for 2 marks, given 3 statements, then which of these statements are true? See the statement 1, 3 days strength of rapid hardening cement is the same as 7 days strength of ordinary Portland cement. Yes, statement is true because of rapid hardening cement consists of higher C3S and also the particle size is smaller. Okay, it is finely grinded, that's why. Statement 1 is true. Statement 2, rapid hardening cement consists of higher C3S and lower C2S. Yes, it is true. It is the reason to first statement actually. Coming to the third statement, rapid hardening cement is used in a mass concrete constructions, that is massive structures. No, it is not used. Actually, rapid hardening cement is not used in mass concrete structures because due to C3S, it produces more heat of hydration. But in mass concrete works, we have to use low heat cement. So, statement 3 is wrong. Statement 1 true, statement 2 true, statement 3 wrong. 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 2 and 3, 1 comma 2 and 3 options given. My dear, option A is correct. Okay.
Hi everyone, welcome to ACE. I am Mallikarjun. Here I am going to discuss pre-gate questions solutions. Okay, so subject is structural analysis. Okay, so students, in GATE exam from this subject just asking only numerical questions. Okay, just practice only numerical questions, no need to touch theory questions. But to solve few numerical questions, we require few theory basic concepts. Okay, just revise it once. Okay, right. The first question. For the plain truss shown in the figure, the force in the member CG for the given loading is. Okay, so this is the member CG, right? Diagonal member. Students, first we'll try shortcut. If shortcut is not possible, then method of section to save the time in examination. Okay, so first shortcut I given for 3 members, second shortcut I given for 2 members. Yes or no? Okay, and I told loads and reactions always we have to treat as a members, right? We need force in member CG, right? Students, force in member CG or force in member GC, both are same only. Okay, so you can try shortcut at joint G or at joint C, that is your wish. Okay, so we'll try at C. At C, how many members are meeting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I told loads and reactions we have to treat as a member. So more than 3 members are meeting at joint C, so it is not possible. Next, at joint G, 1, 2, 3, 4. So more than 3 members are meeting, so shortcut is not possible for member CG. If shortcut is not possible, then method of section. Then how to cut the structure? Okay, right. Just cut the structure vertically. Check it. Section is passing through selected member. Which one is selected member? I want to find the force in member CG, right? So member CG is selected member. Yes, section is passing through member CG. What the second condition I given? Section should divide the entire structure into 2 separate parts. Yes, this section separating these 2 separately. Okay, right. Next, preferable equilibrium equations. Member CG is diagonal member, right? What are the preferable equilibrium equations for diagonal member? Inclined member, sigma h, sigma v and sigma m. Okay, so first preferable equilibrium equations, sigma h, sigma v and sigma m. First we'll try with sigma h. How many horizontal cut members are there? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I told inclined cut member treat as a horizontal cut member and vertical cut member both, right? Okay, so 3 horizontal. So using one horizontal equilibrium equation, can you find the 3 horizontal unknowns at a time? No, so it is not possible. Next, sigma v. So using sigma v, we can find only one vertical unknown at a time. Okay, now how many vertical cut members are present? This is horizontal cut member, this is horizontal cut member. I told inclined cut member treat as a horizontal and vertical both, right? Now how many vertical cut members? Only one. Yes, then sigma v is possible. Then apply sigma v either left part of the structure or for right part of the structure. It means we are balancing left part or right part, any one part of the structure, you will get the same answer. Okay. So students, for example, we will do analysis for left part. If you do analysis for left part, support is there, right part also support is there. Then first we have to find the support reaction values. Okay. So this is symmetry, right? Then total load divided by 2. Then your vertical reaction is 80. Here also 80. Okay. Then only for left part cut members, initially assume tensile force. You can assume compressive force also. We are balancing only left part of the structure. Now this is theta. Okay. Now sigma V, we are balancing only left part. Don't consider what are the forces present in right part, because we are balancing only left part of the structure. In left part, this is this arrow mark downward, right? What is the vertical component? Sin theta. So force in member CG, sin theta downward. So this is downward. Any other downward forces? Yes, this 80 also downward, plus 80 equals to what are the upward forces? This reaction is upward, 80. Okay. So here 80 80 get cancel. Then what is the force in member CG? It is 0. Then option A is correct. Okay. Now this is the first question. Now second question. Right. A compound beam is subjected to 3 concentrated loads as shown in figure. The magnitude of moment at A is. So we have to find the bending moment at the fixed support. Okay. So students, to find the bending moment at the fixed support, here one reaction, right, RC. Okay. After knowing reaction RC, then we can find the bending moment at the fixed support. How to find the reaction RC? What is the bending moment at the internal hinge? Bending moment at the internal hinge is 0. Now taking bending moment at the internal hinge equals to 0, we can find the reaction RC. After knowing reaction RC, we can find the bending moment at the fixed support. Another procedure. Okay, you can apply ILD. Okay, just we have to find the bending moment at the fixed support, right? Now can you draw ILD for bending moment at the fixed support? So ILD concept will take less time instead of finding support reaction here. Okay, right. Now we'll draw the ILD for bending moment at the fixed support. So what the shortcut I given to draw ILD for bending moment? To draw ILD for bending moment, assume imaginary hinge at that point. Yes or no? So assume imaginary hinge. Okay, then it will deflect like this, right? It will deflect like this. So this is ILD for bending moment at the fixed support. Okay, right. Now this is delta. So students, always at the section slope is 1 only, right? Okay, then how to find this ordinate value? I told length of triangle is nothing but ordinate of triangle. Okay, what is the length here? This is 6 meter. But we need ordinate values under the loads, right? Okay, now from this triangle, now this is 3 meter. Okay, similarly, can you find this ordinate? Can you find this ordinate? So just this also 3 meter, right? I need this deflection length into rotation, right? Okay, then next this ordinate value. So this is 6 meter 6, and this also 6 meter. Okay. Yes, for 6 meter 6, for 3 meter 3. So to find the bending moment at the fixed support, just load into ordinate of ILD under the load rates. Always you have to consider ILD under the load only. Okay. Right. First 8, under the 8 3, right, but below is negative, above is positive, right? Okay. So here minus 8 into 3, next minus 12 into 3, and this is plus 12 into 6. Okay. Right. Now solve this one. This is 12 kilonewton meter. Okay. Check it, students, if I do any calculation mistake here. Right. So what is the answer? Yes, then option D is correct. 12 kilonewton meter. Right. Next question. Right. So these are 2 mark question from plastic analysis chapter. Right. Given he asking to find the collapse load of a fixed beam shown in figure is. Okay. Up to how many decimals? 2 decimals. And the full plastic moment for the segment PQ. Now this is the segment PQ is how much? MP. And that for segment SQ. Now this is the segment SQ, plastic moment is 2 MP. Okay. Can you find the DS? For beams directly R minus S only, right? Flat member subjected to purely vertical load. I told neglect horizontal reaction and neglect horizontal equilibrium equation also, right? Okay. So here number of reactions 4, equilibrium equations 2 equals to 2. Okay. Then number of possible plastic hinges. How many plastic hinges are possible? I told plastic hinges are possible at the fixed support, under the point load, sudden change in geometry, at the intermediate supports, and if span is subjected to UDL where shear force is 0, right? Okay. So in this case, at the fixed support, under the point load, sudden change in geometry, under the point load, and at the fixed support. So how many possible? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then how many plastic hinges are required to form the mechanism? ds plus 1 equals to 3. Okay. So students, capital and small n values are different, right? I told if capital and small n values are different, we have to check the possibilities. Okay. So what are the possibilities? That is a number of possible independent mechanisms. Okay. So capital I equals to capital N minus ds, right? So capital N is 5, ds is 2 equals to 3. So we have to check the possibilities here. Okay. Right. First possibility. P, Q, R, this is S. In first possibility, provide the plastic hinges at the fixed support and under the load W. First possibility. Only thing is, we need deflected profile is linear. mechanism. So in mechanism diagram, always deflected profile is linear, right? So if you provide 3 plastic hinges, then only you will get the deflected profile is linear like this. Okay. Now this is the mechanism diagram. So this is delta and this is delta 1. Okay. Tell me students, length of left triangle, length of right triangle, is it same? No, right? So this is 1.5 meter, okay, and this is 2, 3, 5. So this is 5 meter, right? Right triangle, okay. Then length of left triangle, right triangle, both are different. Then slopes also different. Then assume this is theta and this is alpha. Okay. Then always mark the direction of plastic movement opposite to rotation, right? Because plastic movement will make slope 0. Always mark the plastic movement opposite to rotation. Okay. At the left support, what is the plastic movement? MP. At the right support, what is the plastic moment? 2 MP. Then third plastic hinge is under the point load, right? Just to left the point load, just to right the point load, plastic moment is same. It is MP and MP. Okay, right. Now can you find the delta in terms of theta? Just length into rotation only, right? So delta equals to 1.5 into theta, or you can write in terms of alpha also. What is alpha? 5 times of alpha. Okay, and what is delta 1? Delta 1 is nothing but this is 2 meter, right? So 2 into alpha. Can you get the relation between theta and alpha? Equate the delta of both the triangle. Delta, left triangle deflection is delta, right triangle deflection also delta, right? Okay, so what is the delta for left triangle? 1.5 theta. For right triangle, 5 alpha. Then from this, alpha equals to 1.5 theta divided by 5. Okay, now we'll equate external work done equals to internal work done. External work done equals to internal work done. So what is external work done here? So collapse load into delta, okay, plus collapse load into delta 1. This is external work done equals to, what is the internal work done? So this is MP into theta plus MP into theta, 2 MP theta, and this is MP into alpha, this is 2 MP into alpha plus 3 MP alpha. Now substitute the values. What is the delta in terms of theta? This is 1.5 theta. And what is the delta 1? Delta 1 is 2 times of alpha. So what is the alpha value we got? 1.5 theta divided by 5. Okay. Then here alpha value is 1.5 theta divided by 5. Then here if you solve this one, then you will get the collapse load. Okay. So after solving this one, collapse load you will get 1.07 MP. This is from first possibility. Okay, 1.07 MP. Right. Now second possibility. In first possibility, we provided plastic hinge at the fixed support and under this point load, right? Okay. Next we'll provide at the fixed support and under second point load, that is 2W. Okay. This is S. So after mechanism, these loads will become collapse load, right? So this is 2 meter, and what is the, so okay, this is 1.5, this is 2, and this is 1. Okay. Now this is the mechanism diagram. This is delta. Now this is delta 1. Okay. Then again, length of left triangle, length of right triangle, both are different. Then slopes are different. And mark the direction of plastic movement opposite to the rotation where there is a plastic hinges. Okay. Right. At the left support, plastic movement is MP. Right support 2 MP. The next plastic hinge is under the point load, right? Just to left the point load 2 MP, just to right the point load 2 MP. Okay. So 2 MP, 2 MP. Right. We need relation between theta and alpha. First, delta for left triangle. What is the length of left triangle? This is a 4.5 theta. And what is the delta for right triangle? Delta for right triangle 2 into alpha. Okay. Then what is delta 1 here in terms of theta? 1.5 into theta, delta 1. Now to get the relation between theta and alpha, equate the delta of both the triangles. So 4.5 theta equals to 2 alpha. Then alpha equals to 4.5 theta divided by 2. Okay. Right. Now we'll equate external work done equals to internal work done. External work done equals to internal work done. So what is external work done? Collapse load into delta 1 and 2 times of collapse load into delta equals to internal work done. Here MP into theta, 2 MP into theta. So this is 3 MP theta. Next 2 MP alpha, 2 MP alpha. Then this is 4 MP alpha. Now substitute the values. So in place of delta 1, so delta 1 is 1.5 theta. Okay. And in place of delta, this is 4.5 theta. And in place of alpha, this is 4.5 theta divided by 2. Now solve this, you will get the collapse load. This is 1.142. Now this is the second possibility. So from first possibility we got 1.07 MP, here 1.142 MP. Now this is the second possibility. Now we'll see the third possibility. So this is 1.5, 2 meter, 1 meter, 2 meter. So in third possibility, we provide the plastic hinges at the fixed support and sudden change in geometry. Now it is like this. Okay. Now this is delta, delta 1 and delta 2. Okay. So again, what is the length of left triangle? This is 2 plus 1, 3.5. and this is 3. The length of left triangle, length of right triangle, both are different. Then again slopes are different. Right. Then mark the direction of plastic movement opposite to the rotation. For left support, plastic movement is 2 mp, right support, and left support is mp. Right. Third plastic hinge is at C, right? Okay. Sorry, at S, right? Now this is the point S. Sudden change in geometry. Tell me students, just left the point S, just right the point S. Plastic movement value same or different? Just left mp, just right 2 mp. Then which one we have to consider? Students, always just left, just right. If values are different, plastic movement values are different, always we have to consider least movement. Okay. So here, which one is a least movement? mp or 2 mp? mp. So mp, mp. Okay. Right. So what is delta 1? Just length into rotation, right? So 1.5 theta. Okay. So what is delta 2? Delta 2 is 2 into alpha. Then we need relation between theta and alpha, right? Okay. So equate the deflection of delta of both the triangle. What is the delta for left triangle? 3.5 into theta. 3.5 into theta. And what is the delta for right triangle? 3 into alpha. 3 into alpha. Okay. So from this, alpha equals to 3.5 theta divided by 3. Okay. So here external work done equals to internal work done. So what is external work done? Collapse load into delta 1. Okay. And here 2 times of collapse load into delta 2. This is external work done. Then what is internal work done? Here mp into theta plus mp into theta, 2 mp theta, and plus mp into alpha plus 2 mp into alpha. So this is 3 mp alpha. Now substitute it. Okay. So what is the delta 1 here? 1.5 theta. This is 1.5 theta. And what is delta 2? 2 alpha, right? Delta 2 is 2 times of alpha. But what is the alpha value we got? 3.5 theta divided by 3. This is the alpha value. Okay. So here also alpha value 3.5 theta divided by 3. Okay. Right. So if you solve this, you'll get the collapse load 0.89. Okay. So out of 3 possibilities, which one is the least one? True collapse load is least one only, right? So this is 1.07, 1.142. So this is the least one, right? Okay. So students, here true collapse load is 0.89 mp. Now this is the answer. Okay, 0.89 mp. So 2 decimals only, right? So 0.89 mp. Right. So few students may get doubt. Sir, why only these 3 possibilities? I'll provide the plastic hinges like this, sir. But no need to try. So maybe few students may get doubts. That is the reason I'm giving 2 more possibilities. So what are the 2 more possibilities? So this is 1 point, this is 2, and this is 1, and this is 2. P Q R S. For example, if we provide the plastic hinges like this, now this is the deflected profile. Okay, now this is delta. Again, length of left triangle, length of right triangle, both are different, then slopes also different. But in examination, no need to try this, so waste of time. So this is alpha. Okay, so mark the direction of right. So at the left support MP, and at point S, just left, just right values are different. Least moment is MP. So this is MP and this is MP. Okay, so equate the deltas of both the triangle. So 1.5 theta equals to 2 alpha. So alpha equals to 1.5 theta divided by 2. Now equate external work done equals to internal work done. So what is external work done? Collapsed load into delta. Okay, then under this load, no deflection, no need to consider. And what is the internal work done? This is 2 MP theta plus 2 MP alpha. Now substitute. So what is delta? 1.5 theta and alpha 1.5 theta by 2. Okay, so if you solve this one, you'll get the collapse load is 2.33 MP. Now check it, are you getting more than 0.89 or not? So answer is 0.89. If you want to try this possibility, you're getting more than 0.89. So collapse load is least value, right, out of all the possibilities. Okay, so you'll get more value for this. No sir, I'll try one more possibility. So if you want to try one more possibility, plastic hinges sudden change in geometry under this point load, and here you will get the deflected profile is linear. Now this is 2 times of collapse load, this is 1 meter and this is 2 meter and this is delta. So again length of left triangle, length of right triangle, both are different. Then slopes also different. So just left, just right at point S, plastic movement values are different. We have to consider least movement, right? So this is MP. At the right support, 2 MP. Then under this point load, just left, just right, plastic movement values are 2 MP only. So 2 MP, 2 MP. Okay. So what is the delta for left triangle? Equate the delta of both the triangle. Left triangle 1 into theta, and for right triangle 2 into alpha. So what is the alpha value here? Theta by 2. Okay. Now equate external work done equals to internal work done. So what is external work done? So under this load, no deflection, but here 2 times of collapse load into delta. What is the delta value we got? 1 into theta equals to internal work done, MP into theta plus 2 MP into theta. So this is 3 MP theta plus, and this is 4 MP alpha. Now substitute. So what is the alpha value we got? Theta by 2. Then solve this equation, then you'll get the collapse load 2.5 MP. So this is more than 0.89 or not? Yes. Okay. So these are the questions I given in pre-gate exam. Okay. Right. So students, all the best for your examination. Thank you.
Dear student, I am hoping you have performed very well in pre-gate. Suppose if you have done very nicely, the same tempo you can continue for GATE 2025. Suppose you could not able to manage this pre-gate paper, just try to see the corrections in GATE 2025. So don't repeat the mistakes in GATE 2025. It is only meant for time management. Okay. So coming to my subject, so construction management. So you can find two questions. Just I am going to present the solutions for those two questions. This question is related to depreciation. An equipment cost of rupees 2,50,000. So initial cost was given, P is equal to 2,50,000. This is the initial cost. It is used continuously for 8 years. So life is mentioned, N is equal to 8 years. At the end, that means at the end of 8 years, salvage value was given 16,000. So salvage value 16,000. Its residual book value at the end of 5th year using straight line method of depreciation. So at the end of 5th year, so which method you have to use? Straight line method. So BV5 we have to calculate using straight line method. Okay, according to straight line method, so depreciation formula is straight line method depreciation formula. D is equal to P minus SV by N. So 2,50,000 minus 16,000 divided by 8. So how much it is? So 2,50,000 minus 16,000 divided by 8. 29,250. Am I right? So it is D value. Book value at the end of 5th year, like a BV5 is equal to P minus 5D, because we know BVM is equal to P minus MD. So P minus 5D. So what about P value? 2,50,000 minus 5 into 29,250. So if you take this now, how much it is? Into 5 minus 2,50,000. So 1,03,750. So BV5 is equal to 1,03,750 is the answer. So what is the right answer here? Option C, 1,03,750. Next. So coming to 2 marks question. Just you can see this question is related to PET, R&D project, PET network. And which diagram you have to use? So very important thing is try to use AON diagram. So we have two versions, AON, AOA. So AOA requires lot of rules and regulations. AON is very easy because the question is only expected project completion time. But 3 values are given. Now these 3 values you have to convert into single value first. So what is the formula we can use? TE is equal to T0 plus 4Tm plus TP by 6. This is the formula for expected duration of activity. If the values are in arithmetic progression, directly we can take Tm is equal to Te. See 1, 2, 3. So Te is equal to, directly I can take first case activity A 2 will get. Activity B 2, 2, 2, all three same only, right? You will get 2. Activity C, 3, 4, 5, directly we can take 4. Activity D, 2, 3, 10, use the formula. 2 plus 4 into 3 plus 10 by 6, it is equal to 4. D over E, 4, 5, 6, directly we can get 5. 1, 4, 7, 1 plus 3, 4, 3, 4 plus 3, 7, in arithmetic series, 4. Activity G, 3. Activity H, 6, 10, 14, 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 4, 14, so directly we will get 10. Activity I, next activity I, 2, 5, 8, 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 3, 8, directly we can take 5. 4, 6, 14 not in series, use the formula. 4 plus 4 into 6 plus 14 by 6. So 28 plus 14, 28 plus 14 divided by 6, 7 you will get in this case. Next activity 4, 5, 12 not in series. 4 plus 4 into 5 plus 12 by 6. How much it is? 24, 24, 36, 6. 4, 5 is a 20, 24, 26, 36 by 6, 6. Okay, once you get the values, draw the diagram. So which diagram you are going to construct? Better you can go for only AON diagram. A has no condition. I am just using the say like next slide. A has no condition. B has no condition. C has no condition. So A, B, C just I have taken, and the corresponding duration, so 2 to 4. A comma 2, B comma 2, C comma 4. D after A. D after A. Duration of D 4. E after B. What is the duration of E? 5 days. F after B. F after B. What is the duration of F? F duration 4. G after C. Duration of G 3. H after DE. DE. H. What is the duration of H? 10. I after CF. CF. C and F I. So C F I. What is the duration of I? 5 days. Next J after G. J after G. Duration of J 7. K after HIJ. HIJ. What is the duration of K? 6. So this diagram is AON diagram. Actually, this problem can be solved by AOA, but not required. AON diagram, because project completion time only is our ultimate objective. So take the paths. You take first path ADHK. ADHK path and duration. 2 plus 4, 6, 6 plus 10, 16 plus 6, 22. So ADHK path 22. Next path BEHK. 7 plus 10, 17 plus 6, 23. Next path BFIK. 2 plus 4, 6 plus 5, 11, 11 plus 6, 17. Next path CIK. CIK how much? 9 plus 6, 15. CGJK. 714 plus 620. What is the longest path in this? BEHK. So BEHK, you can highlight. 2 plus 5, 7, 17 plus 6, 23. So the project completion time is equal to, maybe here right now, R&D project, no, that's why I'm writing expected project completion time is equal to 23 days, right? So answer is 23 days. So that's all about construction management.
So hello everyone. Now let's see questions from steel structures. There was only one question which was asked in your pre-gate examination. It's a very simple question. A similar type of question has been asked in gate examination with respect to WSM and limit state method both. But this question, once you read it, you'll realize that this question is from your limit state method, from a welded connection topic, right? Now, here in this connection, you're supposed to find out the design strength, right? As the figure suggests, this is a overlap joint, and obviously this weld will be what? A fillet weld. So your strength will be calculated in terms of shear strength only. So design shear strength of the welded connection you are supposed to find out. And the unit also, they have mentioned it is kilonewton. Now kilonewton, they have mentioned, that means the strength you need to find out with respect to the maximum amount of load it can bear. Now maximum shear load PDW will be equal to design stress, design shear stress, Fu divided by root 3 divided by gamma MW multiplied by the design area, that means your length of weld into throat thickness. Now this length of weld, you'll always assume that it is effective length of weld, right? And whenever such figures are given to you, you'll always have to assume that it is a effective length of the weld, not the actual length of the weld, right? Now size of weld is also given as 6 mm. From this you can find out throat thickness. Angle between the fusion faces, right, for an overlapping joint will be 90 degrees. Therefore throat thickness K value, right, throat thickness is equal to what? K times S. K value will be equal to 0.7. So 0.7 times S, that is your 6. So 0.7 into 6, which is equal to 4.2 mm. This is your length of throat thickness. Length of weld, effective length, will be equal to 300 on this side, 300 on the opposite side, and in the perpendicular direction 250. So 2 into 300 plus 250. This will be equal to 850 mm, right? So as you can see, this entire term, this will be is length of weld is in mm, throat thickness is in mm. This entire term is signifying your area, which is in mm square. Your stress value should be in Newton per mm square. This will be very easy for you then to calculate. So Fu is 410 divided by root of 3, gamma mw is 1.25, and then multiplied with the area. So length of weld is 850 multiplied by throat thickness, that is 4.2. Now this value will come out in what? Newtons, because your units are suggesting this answer will be in newtons. Here meters, mm square and mm square will get cancelled out, and what will be left is newtons. But your answer should be in kilonewtons, right? So divide this by 10 to the power 3 to get your answer in kilonewtons. So solve this. So this is 410 into 850 into 4.2. After that, divided by 1.25 divided by 1000, and then also divided by root of 3, right? So you are getting 676.05 kilonewton. So this is your final answer over here. Very simple.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. Manikumar, Mathematics faculty in AS Engineering Academy. Okay, now we are going to discuss some pre-gate questions and solutions in mathematics. We will discuss one by one. You see the first problem. Let F mass, this is a problem related to the calculus. F mass R to R defined by means function at -1 within the neighborhood of -1 function defined at 1 and less than 1 in left neighborhood of -1 and at -1 function defined as k minus 2x and in the right neighborhood of 1 function defined as 2x plus 3. X greater than 1 means the right neighborhood only or not? Yes. If f has a local minimum at x is equal to -1, one hint given. Okay, local minimum at x is equal to -1, then the possible values of k. Actually, see, think logically. Local minimum means generally what one can think like this. I need to apply maxima and minima concept. Okay, you may think like that, but not required. Think logically. So already function defined at -1, before -1 and after -1 also. Use that logic. So limit concept is sufficient here. So you try to understand the question carefully. Suppose x axis, y axis you can take like that. At -1. Okay. So local minimum at -1 means what is the exact meaning? You can take a small neighborhood around -1 within the neighborhood of -1. This is a left neighborhood of -1, right neighborhood of -1. Okay. In left neighborhood of -1, less than -1 means what is the meaning? In left neighborhood of -1 and at -1, even at -1 also function defined as k minus 2x. Is it? So in right neighborhood of -1, function defined as 2x plus 3. Yes, say this. Here I will write. At x is equal to -1, exactly at -1. What is exact? See, at less than -1 and is equal to -1 also same function, k minus 2x. So at x is equal to -1, what is f of x? F of x is equal to k minus 2x means 2 into -1 or not? That is k plus 2. Okay. In left neighborhood of -1, what it is? Even in left neighborhood of -1 also same function defined, k minus 2x. So L of k, f of x at x is equal to -1. So L of f of x means don't confuse, just I am using a notation as instead of using the left limit, just I am using left side. L means left side neighborhood, f of x value in the left side neighborhood. Okay. At x is equal to -1. What it is? That is also okay. Not only at -1, even less than -1 also same function defined or not? That is also k plus 2. Next, right side of f of x means this is a right limit notation I am using like this. At x is equal to -1, what it is in right side neighborhood. So after 1, so at -1 and before -1 function defined as a k minus 2x, but after -1 this is -1. Actually, a small type error. So after -1 function is defined as 2x plus 3. So in right neighborhood, 2x plus 3 means I have to substitute 1 there or not? That is 2 into 1 plus 3, na? 2 into -1 plus 3. What it is? So first you write like this. Now you see the question carefully. What is the hint here? If f has a local minimum at -1. So f has a local minimum at -1 means what is the meaning? If within the neighborhood of -1, function must have minimum value at -1. So compare to left neighborhood value and compare to right neighborhood value at -1, value should be less than left neighborhood value and right neighborhood value. So f of x at -1 should be less than f of x in the left neighborhood of in the left neighborhood of -1 and in the right neighborhood of -1. So f of x at minus 1 value is nothing but k plus 2. Since I am writing the reason. Since f has local minimum, so no need to apply maxima and minima concept at x is equal to minus 1. Very clear. See, f has a local minimum at x is equal to minus 1 means what is the meaning? At minus 1, f of x value must be less than, at minus 1, L of f of x and R of f of x. Okay, means compared to left neighborhood and right neighborhood, at minus 1 value of f of x should be less than compared to these two. So minimum at minus 1, that implies what it is exactly at minus 1, that is k plus 2. K plus 2 should be either less than or equal, because it should be k plus 2 should be less than or equal to what it is, this one. Compared to left neighborhood and right neighborhood, so value at x is equal to minus 1 should be less than these two. Clear or not? So that implies k should be less than or equal to minus 1. K should be less than or equal to minus 1 means k value is either minus 1 or less than minus 1. So what is the question here? Then the possible value of k, not exactly, we don't know. That value may be minus 1 or less than minus 1. So one of the possible value is minus 1. One of the possible value. So minus 1 is the answer. Clear? All of you followed, I think so. At minus 1, value should be, so already it has a local minimum. Local minimum means at minus 1 only that value should be small compared to left and right neighborhood. I used that logic, so without using maxima and minima concept. Okay, coming to the next problem. If A is n cross n matrix, then which of the following statements is or, this is MSQ question, is or given means we have to verify all the options. Which option is correct, we have to verify. First option, if A is a singular matrix, then one of the eigenvalue of matrix is 0. Obviously correct. Okay, A is a singular means what it is, determinant is 0. If determinant is 0 means property of eigenvalues, you know, if the determinant is 0, one of the eigenvalue is obviously 0. Directly this is a property, so option A is correct. Properties of eigenvalue. Now coming to second option. If A is a singular matrix, A is a singular means again determinant is 0. Then the system of homogeneous linear equations has infinite number of solutions. This is also correct. Yes, this is system of homogeneous means Ax is equal to 0. Already you know, Ax is equal to 0. This is a system of homogeneous linear equations. Here we have two possible solutions only. No solution case does not exist here. Already you know. So x is equal to 0 means one is unique solution. Second one is infinite number of solutions. Already you know. Okay, unique solution means suppose if the coefficient matrix capital A is a square matrix, determinant should be non-zero. If it is a square matrix, non-zero determinant. Okay, here it is a 0 determinant is 0. So for C, suppose if A is a square matrix, for unique solution, non-zero determinant, for infinite solutions, 0 determinant, already you know. Say this. What it is, option B. If A is a singular matrix, means determinant is 0. Then the system of homogeneous linear equations has infinite number of solutions. It is correct. Okay. Next, option C. If A is a singular matrix, singular means again determinant is 0, then the system of non-homogeneous equation has unique solution. This is wrong. Non-homogeneous equations also what it is? Ax is equal to B. When unique solution? So generally rank of A is nothing but rank of A not equal to rank of AB. No solution, already we know. Is it? Rank of A is equal to rank of AB. Let it be R, then solution exists. Clear? Even here also, when unique solution, Rank is nothing but the number of unknowns. In this case, if the coefficient matrix capital A is a square matrix, det A not equal to 0. Unique solution. Okay, right. What is the condition here? Infinite number of solutions means R less than n, infinite number of solutions, you know. Infinite solutions. Clear? But you see here, option C, if A is a singular matrix means 0 determinant. A is a singular matrix. 0, if A is a singular matrix, then the system of non-homogeneous linear equations has unique solution. Wrong. Non-homogeneous system of linear equations, unique solution is compulsory. Okay, if it is a square matrix, determinant should be non-zero. But 0 determinant, non-trivial, unique solution is wrong. Next, if A is a non-singular matrix means determinant is non-zero, already you know. Then the system of non-homogeneous linear equations has infinite number of solutions. That is wrong. Okay, so non-zero, determinant non-zero means unique solution. Determinant non-zero means unique solution. But here A is a non-singular means determinant non-zero. Determinant non-zero means system of non-homogeneous equation has unique solution, correct, but infinite given. This is also wrong. So which options are correct finally? A and B are correct here. Options A, comma B are correct. Now coming to the next question. If a fair coin is tossed 20 times, then the variance of the number of heads. This is a simple question in probability. Apply binomial distribution. Okay, variance we are asking. So solution. So fair coin is tossed how many times? 20 times. So number of trials n is equal to number of trials n is equal to 20. Is it? Yes. Variance they are asking. See, what is required to variance for the number of heads? P is equal to, okay, P is equal to probability of getting a head. P of probability of head in single trial. In one trial, generally P and Q we are finding for single trial only. Since it is a fair coin, what is the probability of getting a head? That is 1 by 2 only. So what is Q? Obviously 1 minus 1 by 2, that is also. So by binomial distribution, what is variance? By binomial distribution, already n, p, q, all three are available. Variance is nothing but variance for the number of heads only they are asking or not. So P and Q, we have we have written P and Q for the number of heads only or not. Variance is equal to NPQ. What is N? 20. P is 1 by 2. Q is also 1 by 2. So 5 is the answer. Clear or not? This is numerical question. Answer is 5. Okay. Coming to the next problem. Coming to 2 marks questions. These are up to now what we have discussed, they are all 1 marks questions. Now coming to next problem. Let M be a 3 by 3 matrix such that M into X. See, this is in a form, this M is a 3 by 3 matrix. 3 by 3 matrix means how many eigenvalues? 3 eigenvalues. So one hint given here, M into, say this. Generally, you know, if A is, what is the definition, basic definition of eigenvalue and eigenvector? If A into X is equal to lambda into X, then X is an eigenvector and lambda is a corresponding eigenvalue. So this is in a form here, this is in a form, in place of A, M is there. This is nothing but M into X, say this. I will write here, solution. Given, what is given, you try to convert like this, it is possible here. So you can save your time by doing like this. M into minus 2, 1, 0 is equal to 6 minus 3 0 given or not? This I will write as m into minus 2 1 0 is equal to, here take minus 3 common. If I take minus 3 common, minus 2 1 0. Now it is in a form Ax is equal to lambda x or not? Say this, A into x, this is a vector, eigenvector, is equal to lambda x. Very clear? So lambda is equal to minus 3 is one of the, this is a 3 by 3 matrix, means total 3 eigenvalues. Among 3 eigenvalues, one of the eigenvalues is minus 3, because it is in a form Ax is equal to lambda x. Here, from this, lambda is equal to minus 3 is one eigenvalue of m. Is it? Now this is the data. From the given data, we have developed up to this. And suppose, and continuation of the information is there. And suppose that m cube into, again Ax is equal to lambda x form given. M cube into sum, where alpha, beta are real numbers. Then the absolute value of alpha. Say this. Lambda is equal to minus 3 is one of the eigenvalue of m. M eigenvalue I know. We can develop m cube eigenvalue also. Already properties of eigenvalues is there or not? What is the one of the property? If lambda is an eigenvalue, of A, then lambda power k is an eigenvalue of A power k. There is one property or not, like this. A power k. There is one property. Use that property. I know the eigenvalue of m. So, using eigenvalue of m, you can develop an eigenvalue of m cube. Okay. So what is the eigenvalue of m cube? Therefore, eigenvalue of m cube is, eigenvalue of m is minus 3. So, eigenvalue of m cube is nothing but minus 3 whole cube or not? That is minus 27. Clear? Now you say this. What is given? M cube into, again it is in a form Ax is equal to lambda x, but here lambda is not there. We will try to extract it. Given, what is given? M cube into 1 minus 2 minus 1 by 2 0 is equal to alpha, beta, gamma. This condition, let it be 1. But I know one of the eigenvalue of m cube is minus 27. According to this condition, since minus 27 is an eigenvalue of m cube, that implies, apply that condition, Ax is equal to lambda x. So, m cube into, in place of x, 1 minus 2 0 is equal to lambda. Lambda is already minus 27 or not? Into minus 1 minus 1 by 2 0. Shall I write like this? So, this is nothing but m cube into 1 minus 1 by 2 0 is equal to, multiply in right hand side. What it is? 27. Sorry, this is 1 only, minus 1 written by mistake. 27, minus 27 into, then what it would be? Minus 27, first one. This is 27 by 2, next 0. Let it be 2. Now compare 1 and 2. Say this is given condition is m cube into 1 minus 1 by 2, 0 is equal to alpha, beta, gamma. But using the eigenvalue of m cube, we have got like this, m cube into 1 minus 1 by 2, 0 vector. M cube into this vector is equal to minus 27, 27 by 2, 0. Compare these two. from 1 and 2. From 1 and 2, what is alpha? Alpha is equal to minus 27. But actual question is what it is? Absolute value of alpha. Absolute value of alpha means you have to give the positive value only or not. Therefore, absolute value of alpha. Take the modulus, that is positive value 27. Any option is there? Yes. Option C is the correct. Understood exactly. Now coming to the next problem. The percentage error by evaluating integral 0 to 1 x cube plus 2x square plus 3x plus 2 dx using Simpson's one-third rule with 10 subintervals. Okay, this also think logically. Actually, no need to apply Simpson's one-third rule. This is a given function f of x. Here it is a third degree polynomial. So, Simpson's one-third rule gives exact values up to third degree polynomial. So, giving exact value, it gives exact value means error is 0 or not. So, percentage error also obviously is 0. What is f of x here? Here f of x is equal to, the function f of x is equal to x cube plus 2x square plus 3x plus 2. This is a third degree polynomial. This is third degree polynomial. So, up to third degree polynomial, not only third degree, it may be second degree or first degree or constant polynomial. Up to third degree polynomial, Simpson's rule gives exact values. Therefore, that implies Simpson's rule of integration, Simpson's one-third rule of integration gives exact value. Gives exact value. So, approximate value and exact value both are same here. Therefore, approximate value is equal to exact value. Now, what is the actual question? Percentage error they asked. Percentage error is equal. Percentage error is equal to modulus of exact value minus approximate value by exact value, is it? Into 100% or not. So, what it is? Exact value and approximate value both are same in sense. Numerator is 0. So, numerator is 0 means total 0 into 100% will get. So, 0% is the final. Understood? So, no need to use Simpson's rule formula. Option A correct. Clear? Now, coming to the next problem. If 300 misprints are distributed randomly throughout a book of 500 pages, then the probability that a given page contains exactly 2 misprints. Apply pause and distribution for it. 300 misprints out of 500 pages. So, the probability of the page has a misprint. Okay, how many? No, so what is that probability? There are 300 misprints. Those 300 misprints are overall distributed out of 500 pages. So, 300 misprints out of 500 pages, that is P. Solution. Apply P is equal to probability of misprints. Tell me what it is. That is 300 out of 500. 3 by 5 means 0.6. Say this. out of, then the probability that a given page contains exactly 2 misprints means how many pages you have selected at random. Given page means only one page you have selected at random. Okay. So, number of out of 500 pages, you have selected only one page at random. N is nothing but the number of selected pages. N is equal to number of selected pages. We have selected only one page. That is 1. So, first mean required or not to apply Poisson distribution. By Poisson distribution. Mean mu is equal to NP. That implies mu is equal to 1 into P is nothing but what it is 0. Mean is 0. Now, the probability that a given page contains exactly 2 misprints. Okay. So, what is our random variable? You just assume a random variable capital X is nothing but the number of misprints. Let you just assume let X is equal to random variable capital X is number of misprints. So, therefore, what is required probability? Number of misprints already you have assumed as X. Required probability is exactly 2 misprints. Probability that a given page contains exactly 2 misprints. So, required probability. Required probability. P of X is equal to 2. What is P of X is equal to? Means P of what by Poisson distribution, what is the formula? E power minus mu. Don't confuse. Sometimes in place of, I am taking a notation as mu. In some cases, you can observe it as a lambda also. Notation, you can take lambda also, no issue. E power minus mu into mu power x by x factorial or not. So, e power minus mu means mu is 0.6. Mu power 0.6 whole power x. X is nothing but 2 or not. By 2 factor. Just you can do this calculation. After calculations, the value will be, you will get like this. 0.0988 you will get. Check it. Okay. Option A. Now coming to the next problem. Consider the following statements. See this. Is equal to 0 in right hand side is there in sense this differential equation is homogeneous linear differential equations with variable quotients, that too Cauchy-Euler linear D. This is Cauchy-Euler linear D. Okay. So, next this one. This is also is equal to 0 means homogeneous form only, but options will, which of the following options is are correct means again MSQ question. P and Q. Okay, first differential equation is given a notation as P, and the second one is a partial differential equation given a notation as Q. P is a homogeneous differential equation. Yes, obviously correct. P is homogeneous is correct. Okay. Cauchy-Euler, okay, that information not given, but anyhow it is homogeneous. Q is a hyperbolic type partial differential equation. Q is partial differential equation, okay. Is it parabolic or hyperbolic or elliptic? We have to verify. Okay, Q, about Q, what it is? What is it? See, generally, standard form of second degree linear differential, linear PDE, you know, that is nothing but what is the standard form? Okay, I will write. What is the standard form of second degree? Linear PDE. A into dou square U or dou square F by dou S square, any notation, plus B into dou square F by dou X dou Y, plus C into dou square F by dou Y square, plus D into dou F by dou X, plus E into dou F by dou Y, plus F into F is equal to G, some standard form. This is a standard form of second degree linear PDE. Okay, this PDE is elliptic. When it is elliptic? elliptic, already you know, if b square minus 4ac less than 0. It is parabolic when if b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Clear or not? It is hyperbolic when if b square minus 4ac greater than 0. Verify. So here you compare what is a here, in place of a 3x square is there. Okay, now coming to already p information over, coming to q. For q, what is a here? A is equal to 3x square or not? Dou square f by dou x square coefficient. Next, here b is missing. Dou square f by dou x dou y term is not there. So complete dou square f by dou x dou y is not there, means total term is missing or not? So b is 0. Is it? Yes. B is 0. What about c? C is nothing but dou square f by dou y square coefficient, that is minus 2y square. Minus 2y square. Now compare. What is b square minus 4ac? That is 0 minus 4 into 3x square into minus 2y square. That is nothing but what it is? 4 3s are 12, 12 2s 24, minus of minus plus x square y square. Clearly it is greater than 0. Why? Even if xy values or at least one of them may be negative, but x square y square always gives the positive value only. That implies b square minus 4ac greater than 0 means given PDE is what it is? Given PDE is hyperbolic. Hyperbolic. So, which option is correct for Q? Q is a hyperbolic type of partial differential equation. Yes, option B correct. What is option C? P is non-homogeneous differential equation. Wrong. Clearly P is homogeneous, is equal to 0 is there. Okay, next. Q is a parabolic type of partial differential equation. It is wrong. Already hyperbolic we verified or not? Clear? Option A and B both are correct. Clear or not? Coming to the next problem. If f bar is conservative field, then integral C f bar dr bar, where C is an ellipse. Very clear. F bar is conservative given, means curl f bar is 0. And C is an ellipse. Ellipse is a closed curve. Say this. Given, actually direct answer, actually no need integral. See, line integral we are asking. Line integral we are asking means you can apply basic line integral, means a basic integration concept, or else you can apply Stokes theorem. But here some hints are there. Here what it is, f bar is conservative given f bar is conservative. Conservative means what it is? Curl f bar is 0 or not? Curl f bar is 0. And one more, given curve is a closed curve, that is ellipse. Given curve C is an ellipse. What is that ellipse? Ellipse means that is ellipse x square by 4 plus y square by 9 is equal to 1. Very clear. Curl f bar is 0 and C is a closed curve. Here C is a closed curve. Here C is a closed curve because ellipse is a closed curve or not? Okay. You can apply Stokes theorem. What is Stokes theorem? If C is a closed curve, so if C is, see, what is Stokes theorem statement? C must be a closed curve. To apply Stokes theorem, okay, you can apply Stokes theorem around a closed curve C or not? By Stokes theorem, since C is a closed curve, you can apply Stokes theorem. By Stokes theorem, integral C f bar dr bar is equal to what it is? Curl f bar dot n bar ds or not? Since C is a closed curve, already ellipse. Since C is a closed curve, we are eligible to apply Stokes theorem. So what is curl f bar? That is 0. That is by Stokes theorem. You can apply Stokes theorem directly. No need to find line integral. Option is what it is? Clear? This one. Okay, this is a last problem.
Hello friends. Let's have a look at the solutions related to general aptitude. So I'll be dealing with the part of numerical ability and logical reasoning part. And this is from English part. This is also English. This is also English. This is from logarithms part. Right. If log base 9 into 3 log 2 1 plus log 3, so that is the expression that is being given, that is given as equal to half. Find the value of x. So if you have already learned the basics of this one, it looks like this: logarithm of n base a, if it is equal to x, that gives you n is equal to a power x. If logarithm of n base a is equal to x, then n is equal to a power x. This is the basic that you have to know, like logarithm of 100 base 10 is equal to 2. So this 100 will be equal to 10 square. 10 square is 100. That's the meaning of it. So that is the only logic that we are going to use over here. It is given for 1 mark. Let us see. So now if you are sending this 9 that side, logarithm of base 9 that side, that will give you 3 log base 2 into 1 plus log base 3 into 1 plus 2 log x base 2 is equal to, what will it give you? 9 to the power of 1 by 2. 9 to the power of 1 by 2 means that will be 3. Next, let's try to cancel out this 3 with this 3. I am left with 1. Now send this to that side, then I will be left with 1 plus logarithm of base 3 into 1 plus 2 logarithm of x base 2 is equal to, this 2 is there now, goes that side, will become 2 power 1, that is equal to 2. Throw this one that side, that will give you logarithm of base 3 into 1 plus 2 log x base 2 is equal to, 1 goes that side, 2 minus 1 is 1. Send this 3 that side, that will give you 1 plus 2 log x base 2 is equal to 3 power 1, that is nothing but 3. Send this one that side, that will give you 2 log x base 2 is equal to 3 minus 1, that will be 2. 2 gets cancelled, I am left with 1 over there. Now send this to that side, that will give you x is equal to 2 to the power of 1, that is equal to how much? 2. Right. It should be option B. Next, this is related to reasoning, which is based on coding part. It is given that in a certain language, gate is written as LFYJ. Gate is written as LFYJ. So gate is written as LFYJ. So if you look at the codes of these particular letters, G is 7, A is 1, T is 20, E is 5. Similarly, L is 12, F is 6, Y is 25, J is 10. So if you observe the logic, here it is a fixed difference, that is plus 5 is there. So for the letter, if you are adding plus 5, you will get the corresponding letter over there. So for this one, HPCL, you do the same. HPCL. H is 8, P is 16, C is 3, L is 12. So plus 5 means it should be 13, this should be 21, this should be 8, this should be 17. So 13 means M, this 21 means U, this is H, 17 means Q. That should be M, U, H, Q. Hence it has to be option D. This is a very simple one. Let's have a look at 2 marks questions. This is a problem that is asked from geometry and mensuration. So ABCD is a square of sides 2 cm and also CP equal to 2 cm. What is the area of the triangle BCP? To find the area of this triangle BCP, I can simply go ahead like this. Area of the triangle BCP is equal to, from this BQP, from triangle BQP, remove the area of the triangle BQC. Area of the triangle BQC. Now, if you observe it carefully, this BQP area we can easily find because this is 90 degrees over here, because in a particular square, in any square I can say, the diagonals will bisect each other at right angles. That's why this is 90 degrees I can say. If this is 90 degrees, automatically this triangle BQP will become a right angle triangle. Right. Now going ahead with, so area of the triangle BQP is equal to half into product of the sides including right angle. Half into product of the sides including right angle. Sides including right angle is BQ into the other one is QP. BQ into QP. Minus area of triangle BQC is nothing but, so this is going to be a right isosceles triangle because these two sides are equal. Right isosceles triangle, or you can simply say right angle triangle because you are having a right angle here. Here also that will be area of that right isosceles triangle will be half into product of the sides including right angle I can say. If that is the case, BQ into QC. BQ into QC I can say. Now you need to estimate those values. BQ do you know? We don't know, we need to find. So we know that BD is equal to, this is the diagonal of the square, as the side is S, let us say. If the side is S, diagonal will be root 2 into S or S into root 2. So diagonal will be S into root 2, side is 2, S into root 2, 2 into root 2. And we know that this particular BQ is equal to half of BD. So half of BD means that will become root 2. Half of 2 root 2 gets cancelled, that will become root 2. So here BQ and QC are equal. BQ and QC are equal. And both are equal to what? Root 2. Why? This is the diagonal, this is also diagonal. This is half of diagonal BQ. Similarly, CQ will also be half of this diagonal AC. Right? That's why I am taking both are equal. Now going ahead with, so half into BQ. BQ value is how much dear? Root 2. QP, you have to be careful here. QP is nothing but QC plus CP. QP is equal to QC plus CP. QC is root 2. CP is 2. Right? So here it will be root 2 plus 2 minus half into root 2 into root 2. Half into root 2 into root 2. Right dear? Going ahead with now. So this gives you take out half here. Half if you take out, this is root 2 into root 2 will give you how much? 2. Plus root 2 into 2 will give you 2 root 2. Minus half has come out, root 2 into root 2 will give you 2. This gives you 2 gets cancelled, that is half of 2 root 2. Finally, it will give you how much? Root 2. So area of the triangle will be equal to root 2 square centimeters. Hence, it should be option D. Right? Next. This is from blood relations, reasoning part. PQRST and U are members of a family. One couple has parents and their children in the family. P is the son of R and T is the daughter of P. P is the son of R. P is the son of R. P is the son of R. And T is the daughter of P. T is the daughter of P. T is the daughter of P. S is the daughter of U. S is the daughter of U and U is the mother of T. So U is the mother of T. U is the mother of T means, so it has to be the wife of P. U is the mother of T. And it is also given that S is the daughter of U. S is the daughter of U means U is having a daughter called S. That means this S and T both are the children of the same parents, I can say. These two are married, that means these two are the children of the same parents. I can say T and S are siblings. Now the question is, how is S and T related to each? How is S and T related to each? Both are females and both are siblings. So female siblings are nothing but sisters. Hence it has to be option A. They did not give any information related to Q over here. Next, this is a simple one related to spatial aptitude part. If the paper is folded according to the given dots, then what is the view of the paper according to the given options? So if I am folding based on these dots over here, so as per these dots, if I am folding, so what will appear finally? Right dear? Now going ahead with, if I am folding to this dotted line towards this way, then what will happen? This S and S will together will become 8. So that part you need not even look at. Everywhere you are given 8 only over here. So there is no problem with that. Now going ahead with, when I am folding it this side, what will happen? This heart will coincide with this heart. That means left side only single will be there. So this entire heart will not be visible. And moreover, some people were saying, sir, if I fold it like this, what will happen? No problem. If you are folding it this way, this line has to be below this line. That means line should become right side. So that is not possible over here. This is also not possible. So I am left with only either A or C as my options. If you go ahead with A over here, so what is happening? So if I am folding this over here, this line will merge with this line. So like this, that means you are going to get a line which is there at the top of this part as well as at the bottom of this part, which is not happening over here. And moreover, one more hint is, when you are folding this B, when you are folding this one, so B appears like this, whereas B is appearing straight away as it is. That means this is also not possible. So the only possible answer is what? Option C. Straight away we can say that. Now going ahead with the last one from this. The given two pie charts shows the expenditure of two companies, Tej and Sunraj, which are 50 lakhs and 60 lakhs respectively. Now they have given the values in percentages. The question is, what is the difference between the expenditure on employees of company Sunraj to that of company Tej? So Sunraj, what is the money that is being spent on employees? On employees, they have spent 34%. And the total expenditure is 60 lakhs. So 34% of 60 lakhs is spent on employees in company Sunraj. Whereas in Tej, money spent is 28%. That is 28% of 50 lakhs. The question is, what is the difference between these two values? That's all. You just have to take 34% of 60 and 28% of 50. 28% of 50 is nothing but 14 lakhs. This is in lakhs, dear. Whereas this one, so 34% of 60, I can see 28% of 50 can be treated as A% of B equal to B% of A. We know that logic. So 28% of 50 can be treated as 50% of 28. That is 14. Similarly, 34% of 60 can be treated as 60% of 34. That is easy to calculate. 60% of 34 is what? 50% of 34 is 17. 10% is 3.4. Together it is how much, dear? 20.4. This is 20.4 lakh. Now the question is, what is the difference between these two? 20.4 lakh and 14 lakh. Difference is going to be 6.4 lakh. So I can say that is 6 lakh 40,000. Right? So these are the questions that are asked from numerical ability and a logical reasoning part. So English part will be dealt with by English faculty. Thank you.
Hi guys. Let's look at this 1 mark question. I think it is pretty simple. This is a conditional sentence. The moment you look at this one, you understand it's a conditional sentence, and you got a clue here in condition part. Obviously, this is V1, and immediately you should remember the rule. This is type 1 condition. Type 1 condition, if present form of the verb V1 or V1 plus S takes will plus V1. If past form would plus V1, you just have to remember this combination, right? Had plus V3 takes would have plus V3. So you got a clue here, and you are looking for will plus V1. Go through the choices. Would help, shall help, will or shall, can, may, anything is possible. So, no, no. I think pretty straight. Type 1. Fine. Pick out the correct sentence. Again, you have a clue here, guys. What's the clue? It is good to starve this is a clue. It is better to starve than beg. It is best to starve than. Comparison, comparatives. Positive degree, comparative degree, superlative degree. So, than is a preposition used in comparative degree, right? So, good, better, best, the best. So, obviously answer is this. It is better to starve than beg, comparative degree. Fine. Fill in the blank with an appropriate preposition. Fine. It comes under phrasal verb too. I thought I would drop dash on you while I was passing. Okay. Now, if you look at this phrasal verbs, guys, verb plus that particle we call preposition or adverb, it has a fixed meaning. Drop in, drop off, drop out, drop off. It's not a phrasal verb. Now, drop out. You might have heard college dropout, like suddenly coming out of a course or discontinuing something, drop out. Drop off. Drop off is like getting into sleep. If you find classes boring, maybe you get dropped off. Now, drop in, to visit someone without any further notice, like I thought I would drop in on you, visit someone. So that's the right word to fill the blank. Fine. Let's look at this one passage. He is asking us to find out the passage is primarily concerned with. He is asking the main point of the passage. Go through this. In the days before the discovery of anesthetics, various methods were used to keep the patient quiet during an operation. One was to knock him senseless. During many operations, several strong assistants held the patient down while the surgeon did his best or worst. On the battlefield, the surgeon might have to amputate a soldier's leg. The stump was then plunged into a bucket of hot liquid tar, which stuck to the wound and stopped the bleeding. No wonder ordinary people hated hospitals and dreaded doctors. Okay. So he is actually talking about some kind of practices which were being made in the past. So why do you think he mentioned all this? To say what? Right? Go through the choices. Primarily concerned with problems of warfare. Warfare he mentioned, but that is only one of the angles, not the whole story. Fine. Then primarily concerned with amputation of limbs. Of course, he mentioned this part, but the whole story is not again about amputation of limbs. Then history of medicine and surgery, put a question mark, we'll come back. And primary concern with techniques used to stop bleeding. Now, not only about this, right guys? This is only again some part of that. So obviously he is talking about history of medicine and surgery. Knock him senseless, all these things are supporting us. There are so many things which is talking about the history of medicine and surgery. I think that is the right answer.